2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. We be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that still gets me lit. What's good, everybody? Trump, Iran war, close to over. How's everybody doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Sorry about that. You guys see I got the other screen going on over there. How y'all doing this morning? Give yourselves a round of applause. That's right, y'all. Let's get it in this morning. I'm ready to go. We got Trump. Iran war close to over? Are you sure about that? Okay. Olay. Don't play. Y'all know what we doing. This your boy Boogotti NYC. And like I always told you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. What we got for you this morning? Trending topics, current events, and much more. But you know what we got to do before we do anything. I don't care what they talking about, what they want us to do. But y'all know we can't do nothing before we get those prayers in. We definitely got to get those prayers in. So we're going to get those prayers in right now. That's right, you guys. We don't do nothing without the prayers. How's everybody doing this morning? Let's go. I'm ready to go. Come on. What we doing these prayers for right now? I want to pray for happiness, good love, good happiness, good luck. I want to pray for everybody's great health. I want to pray for the families as well as the animals. Because we are back. And I'm just so happy, you guys. Who we praying for this morning? I'm praying for liberty and justice. 55 Coffee House Lisa, Mark Dorfman, Miss Swans. I see you, Luigi, in the building. We're praying for you as well. Can't get the smile off my face today. Who we got up in the building? My brother Joe BX. Look at Winter Rising, Solo Thug. Everybody in here today. Joe BX. I see you. Teddy Marcel 07. How you doing? And thank you so much. All you got to do is throw in a different type of tie. You can make it happen. Sometimes you got to dust the old jobs off. You know how we talking about Teddy? And we got to keep those prayers going for other people like Catwalk. Can't forget about what's the first one that's always in here? Oh my God, CJ the Cat. You always first. I'm talking about CJ be up in here before me. I got to pray for him. Definitely got to pray for Luigi. Definitely want to pray for every single person that's not here. Miss Kesha. We got to pray for Mark Dorfman. Want to pray for Jeffrey Spilker. Also got to pray for Terry. We can't forget about Liberty and Justice and Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Who else we want to make sure we got covered? Sam Champion. Also got to make sure my brother's good up in there too. Casey. Everybody. You know what we're going to do right now, you guys? Amen. Because it's time to get the show on. I don't even feel like playing right now. We got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm doing right now? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because you know what I'm going to need to do? I'm going to need you guys also to stay on topic, stay on point, and let me know where you're chiming in from. I really love to go searching to see where I can find content from to bring to you guys every single day. I love doing this. Don't even care if I don't even mind not sleeping anymore. Sometimes when things get taken away, you'll realize how important they are. So guess what, you guys? Like I said, 5 videos. You guys got to let me know what time it is. You know, I love knowing what time it is where you are. And I definitely love to know what city or state. This way I'm not stuck in certain areas just looking for local news. I like to find news where you're at. We have a better dialogue inside of the comments there. So don't stop telling me where you guys are at. Like my people in Jersey, Philly, South Philly, tri-state area. You know what I'm saying? My people's out here this morning doing their thing. And you know what else I'm going to say right now, right? Let's get into these titles. It's time to go. What we got going on over here this morning, this Thursday morning, the 16th? Let's keep it moving, you guys. What we got? We got Trump. That's right, Trump. Iran, the war, close to over? Is it? I don't know, you guys. Again, If you guys think the war is close to over, y'all let me know, because I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments, okay? We're going to keep on moving because I got a lot more to get through. What else we got here? We got Pam Bondi. She skips the subpoena as Epstein cover-up explodes. They're saying to her, look here, Miss Bondi, we did not subpoena you as the AG. We subpoenaed you as Bondi. We want you in here. Go see what that winds up doing. Let's keep on moving because last but not least, the monster piece of waste, Eric Swalwell, we got over here, allegedly. Don't want to get in any trouble for that. He leaves Congress, finally ditches the bid for Cali governor. We got that, much more trending topics, current events. You guys, it's Thursday, 6 o'clock, Our Bottom Line, #1 show. It's time to get busy. Let me check this audio. You guys, get your water, your coffee, your tea. It's time to get it on. Let's go. Let's get it in. It right nice and early. How you doing this morning, everybody? Got Miss Swans up in the building. I see Mark Dorfman in here. Coco Wheats 147. How you doing, Joe BX? Let's go, Liberty. Y'all ready? Hope y'all ready. Come on, let's go. See what we got this morning over here. Started off how we always do. Get this news out to you guys about some breaking news, because I had to get in front of this. We've been following the story of Kiori. And yes, that is the 7-month-old Kiori Patterson Moore, who sadly lost her life to stupidity and gun violence in Brooklyn. The power is finally going in front of the judge, and we're going to see what's going on with that. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go.
Murray Green is one of 2 men charged and the alleged gunman in this case. His attorneys asked the judge that news crews not photograph or record Green until he was seated in the courtroom. The 21-year-old came in on crutches and wearing ankle shackles before he sat silently through his arraignment. Murray Green kept his head down, foot bandaged up, as he pleaded not guilty to murder and other charges in connection to the shooting that killed 7-month-old Kiori Patterson Moore and wounded her 2-year-old brother in the back.
We allege that this shot a firearm at least 2 times at 2 infant children in broad daylight on a public street here in Brooklyn in the middle of a shopping district.
On April 1st, police say Green fired into a crowd on Moore and Humboldt streets in Bushwick. Investigators say Green took off on the back of a moped with 18-year-old Matthew Rodriguez, then crashed into oncoming traffic. Green was taken to the hospital.
While the defendant was being treated in that ambulance by EMTs, he made statements of some substance, giving a false name.
Green's court appearance comes 1 day after Rodriguez claimed he did not know Green was going to fire the gun.
I didn't know. I promise. I didn't know. Did you make your mind up? I didn't know he was going to do that. I did not know he was going to.
He said, I did not know he was going to do that. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Investigators say the 2 young victims were not the intended target, and the shooting may be the result of beef about drill rap.
It was an unspeakable tragedy, one motivated by and perpetrated by gangs.
Brooklyn
Drill rap. Because of drill rap, little Kiori is no longer with us.
DA Eric Gonzalez promising accountability for the victim's family.
We will continue to fight for this family, and we will continue to fight to make sure that no family ever has to go through what this family went through.
Y'all know how we do it over here. Let's put those hands together. I don't care if we starting early, because that's how we do it over here. Little Kiori, the family. I want to pray for every single child that ever lost their lives in a tragedy like this. All of the victims who actually had to sustain any sort of pain. And please, let's try to get as much energy together, enough strength to try to pray for the family as well, because they're really going to need it right now. Trust me, that was a little shining light, a blessing that they lost to tragedy and nonsense. Just got to tell the truth, you guys. Want to pray for each and every member of the family. Amen. That's right. Amen. Let's keep on going on, you guys. We got 9 people over here in Turkey. I told you we go everywhere. We're going over to Turkey right now, early in the morning, 6 something. That's how we do it. After a school powwowing. Yeah. The day before it was a school powwowing. So the next thing you know, the next day, somebody in there decides to do the same thing. You got parents outside going crazy, trying to find their children, wanting to know what's going on. You guys, do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen, get more people over here, see stories like this. Come on, let's get it. There we go. Let's go. We got 9 that lost their lives in Turkey, and that's after a second powwowing in 2 days. The second powwowing in 2 days at a school. Wouldn't be sending my kids back to school no time soon if that was them. Thank you, Colessive. A teenage power unleashed chaos in a Turkish middle school, leaving 9 that lost their lives and at least 13 wounded. And on April the 15th, you guys. These are children. Prayers up for churches. Said the suspect stormed classrooms with weapons allegedly taken from his ex-cop dad. So now if you go, your kids in that school, you outside going crazy. I'm not waiting for no security guard. I'm not trying, look here, open the door. I need to go get my child. I need to know what's going on. You guys, more stories like this coming up. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Also, there's a notification bell right down there up under me. Go ahead and hit that bell. This way you know when we're on. Let's keep going. So after the rampage, the power, I'm glad I did mess up on that. My brain was like, no. After his rampage, the power turned it on himself. So these are all parents outside right now, just going nuts. Best showmanship, best host, best chat. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, 55 Coffee House. Now, this tragedy comes just one day after another school powing rocked the nation. That's what I'm trying to say, you guys. If it already happened, we're going to have to keep you guys out of school for a couple of weeks, something like that. May have to do something involving that because there's still like a lot of high adrenaline going on. There's a lot of emotions, and you never know what people are thinking. Also, you got to worry about that other word too, with people, the other word that I definitely can't say. Get the whole thing spinning right now. Definitely want to pray for all of the children that lost their lives in this tragedy in Turkey. Want to pray for the families as well. Hopefully anybody wounded, they will get 100% recovery, full recovery. Let's pray for that, you guys. That's all we can do over here. And please show your children this, and not just your children, but I think parents just need to be a little more aware about situations like this. Not even the children, but you be more aware about it due to the fact that we have to be careful about when situations are already sensitive, if we're going to be sending our kids back into those situations. You have to understand the children may seem like they're okay, but we never know. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got a final warning that's being issued because we got politics to get into. I thought that this stuff would be more interesting, not only more interesting, but real and direct. Politics right now, nowadays, it's like hit and miss. Yeah, and then we know what's going on. So I wanted to get those more important stories out to you guys. Let's go.
Trump, he told me the blockade of Iranian ports is now fully implemented. He told me the conflict is close to being over. I sat down with the commander-in-chief for an exclusive interview at the White House yesterday, where he told me all about that, plus the current state of the economy, his expectations for the price of oil, and the reconciliation package to come. Take a look. Mr. President, thank you for sitting down with us. We appreciate it. You've had a real reaction to the blockade. Are you happy with the reaction since you put this blockade in place in the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, it's been pretty amazing, actually. I thought that was going to happen. They reacted to this even, I think, we've obliterated them. And this almost seems to be more of a reaction than we had before. So we'll see. I mean, look, it only matters the end result. And we're doing very well. We started off with Venezuela. We showed everybody how good. I rebuilt and built the military in my first term. I didn't know I was going to be using it this much, but we have the greatest military in the world, not even a contest. And Think of it. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. Everything's been wiped out. They have no anti-aircraft equipment. They have no radar. They have no leaders. The leaders they have now, it's a new regime, okay? And we find them pretty reasonable, to be honest with you. By comparison, pretty reasonable. It really is a new regime. And I think we're doing very well, but it only matters what the end result is. And maybe it'll happen fairly soon. Who knows?
And you told me on Sunday that you think they will ultimately consent and say they're not going to continue building a nuclear weapon. How will you verify?
Well, first of all, if they don't, we're not making a deal, okay? So there's no deal. This whole thing is really about no nuclear. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. And if they're going to have a nuclear weapon, we'll be living with them for a little while, but I don't know how much longer they can survive. I don't know how much longer they can go because they've been hit very hard.
It's not even just about them being hit. They're really depleting them and working them out because they're not even letting the oil leave the docks right now. So yes, he definitely declared WAR by shutting down the strait. Yes, a little bit more on this topic right here because now they're saying that the blockade is really hurting and putting a lot of pain on their monetary. We got that coming up as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. I'm trying to get those likes up today. See if we can get 500 likes today to get that scrub board out the bathroom. Yo, also, I hope you guys loved yesterday's episode with our health and wellness segment. We had Sam Champion sending images. I could do it right now. Sam, I gets busy just like you, brother. I would love for you guys to send in your crouching tiger, hidden dragon moments. I love it. I just love it to see you guys healthy. Yes, our health and wellness segment, one of my favorites. I just can't wait to get to it today. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go and see what's going on with this situation here.
Meanwhile, now to foreign policy, President Trump revealing to Fox News he believes that the war with Iran is close to ending.
Wow. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst joins us now in Tel Aviv. Trey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. President Trump laying out the latest timeline for the war in an interview with Fox News. He says the conflict is close to finish, but the mission not yet complete. A second round of talks between the U.S. and Iran could take place as early as tomorrow, as the president laid out why the operation began.
I had to divert.
Winter Rising says, so why isn't his son over there with boots on the ground? Good question. A lot of these politicians are over here creating these situations, but they're not putting their own family members on the front lines.
Because if I didn't do that, right now you would have Iran with a nuclear weapon. And if they had a nuclear weapon, you would be calling everybody over there, sir. And you don't want to do that.
Well, you keep saying was. Is this war over?
I think it's close to over. Yeah, I mean, I view it as very close to over. You know what? If I pulled up stakes right now, it would take them 20 years to rebuild that country.
All right, let's see where you're hitting them at, because this is where it really matters. This is where it happens as far as like the pockets. You know what I'm saying? When those pockets start feeling it, and the pockets start to lose, all the dough and start to sing in the blues. Yeah, the pockets are singing the blues right now, you guys, especially day by day, month by month. That could be really hurtful when they're used to having that money coming in.
Two-star Marine Corps General Arnold Panara. He is the CEO of the Panara Group. General, good for you to join us this afternoon. Really appreciate your time. You probably heard David Asman a moment ago saying that American oil exports in the wake of the closure, the blockade of the Persian Gulf are at an all-time high. That would probably make Iranian oil exports at an all-time low, and it's costing them money. Let's
$438 billion, yeah, a day.
Let's put it up on the screen. $435 million per day, $13 billion a month, and that is money that comes right out of the pocket of the Iranians who are trying to fund this war.
Yeah, well, John, great to be with you. If you're looking for my comment, I would say I enjoyed hearing the positive news on our oil exports as well as the lower taxes. And the big taxpayer today is just what you mentioned. It's Iran, because they are no longer able to export 3 million barrels of oil a day because they were trying to block the Straits of Hormuz. Our policy in the U.S. government for decades and decades and decades is freedom of navigation and keeping that strait open. And that's exactly what our United States military and Navy is doing today.
It's crazy because they're talking about war, but it all broke down to having something to do with what? Oil and money and movement. Or if you really think about it, us down here, you and I, if we really looking at it, it's like, oh, so they're going at it for oil again. Oh, let's go. Yeah, oh, my money, your money. But you know what? We have to play all sides, both sides, front and back. I got to be partisan. So guess what? We're going to hear from John Bolton for a little while and see what he has to say about Trump. And he says that he can't end it because his claims of victory are not even, let's say, official at this current stage. Let's go, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, our bottom line. Yes, let's keep on working. Let's keep doing it, y'all. See what John got to say.
The president told Fox Business today in an interview that he believes the war is close to being over. Does it seem like it is close to being over in your view?
Well, not in a way that's satisfactory to the United States. I do think Trump has wanted out of this for quite some time. It's palpable in the way he discusses it. He just can't figure out how to do it in a way that he can declare victory with a straight face. I don't think in the near term you can declare victory until we have militarily cleared the Strait of Hormuz such that Gulf Arab oil can get out. I think it's the right thing to do to blockade ships going to and from Iran.
Happy Thursday,
but I think
everybody.
what's critical to demonstrate that Iran is not the hegemon in the Gulf is that we have to make it safe for the other oil producers to get their oil out, which will have a material impact, I think, on the global economy. And while shutting Iran's exports down, certainly have a material effect on their economy, too.
So we paid for it by sending people over there, and now we're suffering on this side in our pockets because they're telling us we're gonna have a couple more weeks to deal with it. So yeah, thanks. We paying for a lot now, right about now. We paying for a lot right now. I don't know where we getting all this money from, but yo, we some strong folks out here, boy. We be funding everything. You know what they say? When you need a little bit of money, put the taxes on the working class. Yeah, give them a little 10% more, call it something, and it'll be good. But now they're getting tired of that. So now they're trying to go after the rich, but they're running. So it's not working on any accord. You guys, that's right. It's Our Bottom Line. #1 show on YouTube. This is how we do it every single morning, 6 o'clock until we are done. Let's go ahead and time to subscribe to the show so that you can make sure that you can be a member. Also, hit that notification bell down there so you know when we're on, and the likes, they free. Give me all the money in your pocket. Yeah, snap it to a Slim Jim. No. Really, what I'm really trying to say is we don't really try to hit your pockets because we know it's hot out here and it's about to be the first. We understand the bills is coming up. That's why we ask you to go ahead and hit that like button or hit the 3 dots, notification, and make sure that all notifications are turned on, you guys, because some people weren't getting their notifications. So you want to turn them all the way off and then turn them back on and make sure that you select all notifications. So that you make sure that you always know we on. Let's keep on going. We got the IDF over here. They catch these Hamas pow men trying to flee. And man, they was hiding in the back of a stinky garbage truck. Oh, you know you got to be trying to run away and get away from somewhere if you inside of a garbage truck and when they lift everything up, the juices and everything come down. Oh, I'm talking about the most disgusting. But for the situation that they were in, I can't say that that was, the last thing that they had to worry about, getting some garbage pail juice dripped on them. Because being back there hugged up like this, trying to enter or trying to get out of somewhere to do something sneaky, and then they catch you, they ran up on them, got them, laid them down, you guys. Got to get on over here, see what's going on with the IDF as they catch Hamas. Yeah, they catch them. Check this out. This is crazy. I don't know about how the dedication or whatever, but ain't no way I couldn't do it. I'll be back there just, Family Guy, when Stewie and the whole house just be like this, and Brian be like, I can't stop. And then Peter starts holding his head back. That would be me. I ain't nowhere in the world I could be in the back of no garbage truck like this. No way. Please do me a favor and try to read along because a lot of stuff I can't say. This is some exclusive, I don't know how I found this. Just read along because I can't, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff I just can't say. So they basically foil a plizzot, a T-plot, you know what I'm saying? But watch the water juice start coming out the back of the truck, y'all. Now, dozens of them are caught inside of a garbage truck. Ooh, if that get on my arm or my back, oh, you'd be like this. Oh, you'd probably fall out. I know it'd be a wrap for me. They was trying to enter to do more damage, but they got caught. They that serious to try to go get busy. They in the back of a garbage truck with the juices and funk. Like got the garbage in the front and they behind there like where they pack it at. Ugh. How many of them? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's at least about 14 people in there. And on camera, they surrendering. I think it's more than 14, y'all. It's people in the back of them. They were detained on the spot. This is crazy. I'm telling you guys, I don't know where I'll be finding this stuff at, but some stuff be coming through that algorithm. I'll be like, where is y'all finding this stuff? I would have been like, look, let's wait for the juices and the funk to come down. But that's the last thing that they got to worry about. Knowingly about to go there to do something like that and get directly caught by your, woo, baby, it might as well slam dunk that one like, baby, it's over. It's over. But I can't say what's going to happen. That was nasty, wasn't it, Kalesa? Innocent people being portrayed as, okay, that the garbage truck just take me to Giselle, right? Ew, we watched to discuss current news topics and go civil discourse. Exactly, Liberty. 70s is report number 70. Uncle Tommy, man, I hate to even say this, but we've had intel during my own services and okay, can't say a lot of that stuff. Let's just keep on going, you guys. We're going over to the CBS report because we got to get some updates on what's going on with Swalwell. This case now has 2 more women coming out with more accusations. Now the lawmakers, there's other lawmakers now that are facing being kicked out. Besides Swalwell and Gonzalez, think about these. Like I told you guys, it's not just them. When you find one, you find another, then you find another, then you find another. So yeah, they're getting rid of a lot of people right now out of the lawmakers. Let me just say that word. But where there's smoke, there's always fire, you guys. So there must be much more.
CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns is following the allegations on Capitol Hill and calls for accountability in Congress. Caitlin, good morning.
Good morning. There has been a reckoning up here on Capitol Hill this week, and there's no word yet on when Tony Gonzalez's seat will be filled, but California Governor Gavin Newsom announced a special election to replace Swalwell will occur later in August, just before the midterms. And this all comes as Swalwell faces another allegation of sexual assault.
We got the footage.
Another woman has come forward to allege sexual assault by Congressman Eric Swalwell. At a press conference Tuesday, Lana Drews claimed the congressman drugged and raped her after offering to help with her career in 2018.
He raped me, and he choked me. I lost consciousness, and I thought I died.
Swalwell officially resigned his congressional seat Tuesday after multiple sexual misconduct allegations against him.
So that's one that we know about. Then we got Gonzalez, the other one where his assistant, one of the assistants did something bad for herself. And then now we got the other 2 that we got right behind this, stealing like crazy. But you already know they always be stealing. Nancy, how you doing, Miss Pelosi? She's the best one of all. Put your hands on her. Yeah, Nancy don't be playing.
Including one of assault by a former staffer, which Swalwell denies.
Is that
earlier this week? 2 of his accusers spoke with CBS News.
I think we just prevented another 30 to 40 years potentially of him harming people. if he were to stay in Congress.
Texas Republican Tony Gonzalez also tendered his resignation Tuesday after admitting last month he had an affair with a staffer who later died by suicide. Both men were facing bipartisan calls to leave Congress, and two congressional women, Republican Ana Paulina Luna of Florida and Democrat Teresa Leger Fernandez of New Mexico, led the charge in forcing them out by preparing measures to expel them.
If it wouldn't have been for those resolutions that we were each filing, they wouldn't have resigned.
Joe
This is a
exactly.
reckoning up here on Capitol Hill.
Exactly.
Probably this is going to set forth maybe a chain reaction. But I know in talking to both Democrats and Republicans, they're just like, in so many words, time to take out the trash.
Why did you take it upon yourselves to do this?
I think it's a really poor reflection on all of us. It was unacceptable that nothing was being done about it.
We need to hold ourselves accountable as well.
Two of their other colleagues are also facing calls to be removed. Republican Corey Mills is facing an ethics committee investigation over alleged sexual misconduct, campaign finance violations, and holding federal contracts. Mills was also...
And these are the guys that make the laws and and run our government and tell us what to do. And they're supposed to be our lead, for our heads of state. Come on, y'all.
Served a restraining order by an ex-girlfriend. Democrat Sheila Sherfless McCormick was criminally charged last year with stealing $5 million in federal disaster funds and using the money for her congressional campaign. Congresswoman Sherfless McCormick has denied any wrongdoing and is rejecting calls to step down or be expelled, emphasizing due process. And Congressman Corey Mills says he's cooperating with the ethics probe, denies any of the allegations, and says the comparisons to Swalwell and Gonzalez are, quote, unfair.
Okay, I got a question for you guys right now. I want to know how many of you guys think that there's more? How many of you think that there's more floating around in there that's just as dirty or just as messed up as these? If you do, I want to see the thumbs up. And if you want to write something next to it, yeah, I think that there's more, and let me know why. I'm going to be reading your comments. Also, if you don't think if there's many more, probably just a couple of bad apples, go ahead and give me a thumbs down and let me know why you think as well, or just a thumbs down. I'm going to read you guys' comments. Let me know what you guys think about this topic here, because I'm going to just give my thumbs up because I think that there's more. Where there's smoke, there's fire, you guys. That's how I think. Let me know what you guys think while I set this up, this next clip up, get you guys set up for what we got coming up here, which is Hochul. Ha, ha, ha. Another one. Oh, another one. Not it. Look, we got a lot of thumbs up. Who's telling the truth? Exactly. Who's telling the truth? I don't even know myself, Superlania. Have no idea. Thumbs up, Miss Wanza. Look, same thing. Mr. Ellington. You know what's funny, Daniel Garcia? Are you talking about Duke Ellington? I'm going to tell you why that's funny. Because one day I was called to do a part, and I was playing the ghost of Duke Ellington. Glad you said that. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much. You guys know what y'all talking about over here. Yes, it's people with power. They do what they want and don't care. Sorry about that. Mary Tanner, how you doing this morning, everybody? Let's go, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward because we got to go on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. That's right. But not if you got a governor like Kathy Hochul, who's another person who does not know their elbow from their ass. Hey, we got a mayor that came in and lied, told you guys he was going to do a bunch of stuff. Next thing you know, we got Mom Dummy, that is a super cat, now that is a dumb dummy. Yeah, but we got him now. And on top of that, making sure that everything goes, and we got the Joko Hochul on top of that. So yeah, let's get into this story about her. Somebody that really needs to be removed from office. Kathy Hochul, definitely someone that we can do without. She's now attempting to propose a new tax. Why do they keep on trying to push people out? I mean, it's not working. If you keep on asking people for more money, all you're going to do is make people wind up selling and leaving. But they want to propose a new surcharge on anyone in New York with a second home, like they're not paying enough already. Let's go over here and see what she's got set up now.
This morning, Governor Kathy Hochul is proposing a different way to try to close New York City's massive budget gap. It would impact homeowners with a second home here in the city.
The governor wants to tax those second homes, that are worth $5 million or more. Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate is live at City Hall. Tell us more about this. Phil, good morning.
Yes, Shirley, good morning. And the governor continues to face mounting pressure. That's as negotiations continue up in Albany between herself as well as the legislator. Here in the city, we have a problem, which is a budget deficit. And the big question this morning is how exactly do you solve it? Well, the governor is planning to back a tax proposal on the richest.
My question is this: can we see what y'all spending? Can we see what the budget is now? What you guys are spending it on, so that we can see what we're doing, like do a little bit of accounting to see if you guys even need to start doing the things that you're doing, because you might need to cut what you're spending in certain areas already, like some of the stuff that you're giving away for the illegal people and stuff like that, and trying not to act like you ain't doing it. How about we see the books? That's one thing about this fool right here. She ain't gonna never let you see the books, because when you see the books, it's gonna be a whole different story. They losing money in a whole nother place, but they think they're just going to keep on getting money to keep this stupid system going. Like, give me the money, let me mess it up, and now I'm messing the money up. Now they give me more, and I'm not going to show you what I'm doing with it either. I'm the governor. Yeah, okay. What happened to that $2 million that they already got from the congestive pricing? What y'all do with that money? You ain't put it into the trains because y'all just raised the train fare. Oh man, let's go. Let's keep going.
Residents here in the city to help narrow in on that budget gap. Now, the tax would target second homes in the city priced at more than $5 million. The exact details of the tax haven't been revealed yet, but the governor hopes it'll help raise $500 million annually for the city. The new surcharge could also include increases for homes valued at $15 million, and then again for those at $25 million. In a statement, Governor Hochul was saying New York City is the greatest city in the world, and the people who call it home should not be left carrying the burden alone. If you can afford a $5 million second home that sits empty most of the year, and you can afford to contribute like every other New Yorker. Now, this tax proposal does come out of.
So if you worked and you made good money and you did what you had to do, not like nobody else, you're doing good. You can give us some more money. Yeah, you can give us some more money. You got it. Come on, man. Give me some money right now, y'all. That's just like me going like this. Hey Keys, just send me some money right now. Do you hear how this don't even make no sense? Just because you got another home, they want to give you a surcharge. I'm not that type of person, you guys. No. I believe if you work for your monetary and you gained it, they shouldn't just be able to keep on bang, taking money from you. What if one of us get rich? Then you're gonna be on that end like, hey, what's going on? Exactly. Don't try to beat people up that made it. You're supposed to encourage people so that they can turn around and want to help. Create programs, put people together, put stuff together where their money is generating more monetary and they see positive things are happening with their money. And maybe they want to keep on investing. But if you're not showing nobody the books, why they gonna want to keep giving you their money? No smart investor is gonna do that. Let's keep on going, you guys. This is bananas.
Time when Governor Hochul has resisted several calls from Mayor Mamdani and his administration to tax the rich as well as corporations. He backed this new proposal, thinking the governor is saying in part that we are one step closer to balancing our budget by taxing the ultra wealthy and global entities with this tax. Now, coming up later this morning, I'll have more on how the real estate community is weighing in on this.
I see somebody in the comments saying Super Tania says money is EVIL, not when you broke and you got a whole bunch of all of a sudden somebody send you a check. You talking about money is EVIL. Next thing you know, somebody go ahead and bang you with a check. You're like, hey, how you doing? Feel nice and jipper inside, right? No butterflies is gone. Yeah, it's a sunny day. Happy all of a sudden, right? Stop playing. We ain't stupid. How about this? You work from nothing, gain what you got to gain, build it up from nothing, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, you made money, so give it away. I don't look at things the same way. I just do not, because I'm one of those people that work hard, and I hopefully will get rich one day, and I don't want people to just come and take my money just because I got it. That might mess me up in what I got going on with my investments. Hell out of here, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward, man. Stop trying to get other people's money and make your own. How about that? Let's go over to Omaha, Nebraska. What we know, Omaha police, pow, and yeah, this woman that tried to take that child yesterday I got to be very careful with this story. I'm going to let this story play out itself because they said that she had mental issues. She had already had problems with her dad. And this is not the first time that she had been arrested. The first time that she went to court, she had been let out because they said that she was mentally unfit to go to court. So my question is, if she's mentally unfit to go to court, why'd you let her out and didn't put her somewhere else? Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's double tap that screen. It's one of our follow-up trending stories right here. Very important. I want you to see what's going on because this is an update to the other toddler. Can't say those certain words. They got to say it. Let's just do it.
We are back with breaking news and continuing our coverage of that kidnapping attempt in Walmart yesterday. At 72nd and Pine Street. Of course, Omaha police shot and killed a woman after she took a little boy at knife point and attacked the little boy. Just moments ago, family members of the boy spoke to the media. Our Brian Mastery was able to listen in. Brian, you're joining me now live from the newsroom. What were some of the key takeaways from them talking to the media, which lasted for about 15 or 20 minutes?
Yeah. Also, I would love for many more people to see these stories. So if you want to see more stories like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. To get more people over here right now, which is what we really like to do, you got to hit that notification. Double tap the screen to get the likes up. YouTube sees that and they send up a notification, sends many more people over here. We've got a lot more educational things coming up, a lot of preventative measures for children and a whole bunch of stuff to look out for. That's what our show's really about besides trending topics and current events. It's some way to put fat on your brain. You know what I'm saying? Put some fat on your brain. Like Pimp C said, go ahead, put some fat on your brain. Read a book, boy. Come on over here. Let's do it. All I'm asking you guys, hit that like button to get more people over here to get some fat on their brain about these stories and what's going on.
What I found remarkable in all of this, Dave, was the good spirits of Kyler. He's the 3-year-old who was cut in the hand and then just in front of the ear. In fact, the family said that the one time that he really cried is when he had to go in for surgery yesterday around 3 o'clock. And it wasn't because of the surgery, they said. It was because he was going to be away from his father. Now, the
one that was sitting there, he was one of the officers involved. He told me what happened, and I just held the kid and started crying right there. I mean, that was all I could do. And they said that he was just asking for dad, a Band-Aid, and to go home the whole time till I walked in the door.
So he was asking for dad and a Band-Aid and to go home.
So here you see Kyler. If he turns his head, you can see the length of that scar. We have just this one short shot because Dave, he got up and had to go get some mints. He had to go get, I think, maybe a stuffed animal or something to go play with. But he was in remarkably good spirits. The parents, on the other hand, they said that they are still in shock. And get this, mom was in Lincoln when she got the call. So she had that hour drive coming back, freaking out exactly what happened and all of that. And then when the dad got there, there were 7 to 10 officers at the room wearing all their tactical gear. And he said that the little boy had been pretty calm that entire time.
Brian, were they able to shed any other details about what happened inside of the Walmart? Anything new?
One tidbit stood out where they told me that usually there's an armed guard at this Walmart, and there wasn't one yesterday. So they were curious about exactly whether that could have changed the dynamic yesterday, if somebody would have seen someone coming out with a knife or looking maybe in that stressful situation. But they're still really trying to wrap their arms around all of this. But they still said that they know that this could have turned out where they didn't have Kyler anymore. And so they have him. And so that's what they're focusing on now.
Yeah, they certainly.
Oh, man. I don't know. I couldn't show that video the other day because she really had that thing out. It was the Ever, and basically all in the kid's face. And the officer, I just got to say, he did what he had to do. And thank you so much for saving a child. I'm so glad that he only got a little scar on him. Hopefully they can do some plastic surgery or something like that. Probably not, but it's going to be with him for the rest of his life. And luckily, all he was is just being a little kid and thinking about moving forward. Hopefully that scar, hopefully it goes away and they can figure something out. But just terrible story, but still want to pray for the family, for healing, and I want to pray for love. And you guys be careful out there with who you let in your house, who you let around you. Don't let people tell you, oh, it's okay. No. If you guys feel a certain way about somebody, it's okay to feel caution and to be serious about keeping them away from you. Amen. Yeah, because this next fool right here, we're doing a follow-up on this story right here. This is the disturbing new details of the creep that was seen in that video trying to get into those people's house in Los Angeles, and he took the bell off and started going crazy and everything. The one I was like, yeah, I would have came outside and been like, oh, I'm here. Boop bap, boop bap. Yeah, that one right there. Oh, well, guess what? He got locked up and they don't need to let him out because the judge said he ain't getting no bail. Watch your head. Yeah. I wonder if he was looking around wondering about the stupidity that he did when he went to them people's house. Backstory, much more, and this is not the first time. Sadly, he lives on the other side of these people's home. Yeah, check this out. This story is bananas right here. It just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse. You guys remember this? We reported this the other day.
Area home invasion case captured in this horrifying video has escalated in court, with prosecutors adding a new child-related charge and a judge sharply increasing bail for the man accused of forcing his way into a Fairfield family's home while allegedly threatening to kill the occupants. Jason Thomas Nichols appeared in court in connection with the April 7th incident, where he is accused of approaching a home in the 1700 block of Burbank Court, demanding entry through a Ring doorbell camera, and then breaking in through a sliding glass door. Inside the residence were a pregnant woman and her 5-year-old son. The child's father had briefly left but rushed back after watching the break-in unfold on.
I'm just wondering why he ain't used the shovel. That's all I'm saying. I wonder why he ain't used it.
Live security cameras, where he confronted Nichols with a shovel in an attempt to protect his family. Both men suffered head injuries during the struggle before Nichols allegedly left the home and was later arrested. Prosecutors say Nichols allegedly threatened to kill the occupants and made repeated demands to be let inside. In court, the deputy district attorney reportedly said the 30-year-old creep told the victims, "I'm going to kill you and take you out," arguing he poses a continuing risk due to living directly behind the home. Nichols also referred to himself as Harry Dresden.
"My name is Harry Dresden, motherfucker. Open the door."
The fictional detective from the Dresden Files during the incident and behaved erratically while demanding
The fictional detective from the Detective Files. He said that's his name, Larry Dredd. I'd have been like, okay, no problem. I'll be right there, Mr. Dresden. And came out there, be like, yeah, you looking for me? Oh, no. They'd be like, oh my God, I didn't know you live here. No, no, no. I'd have did a Bronx Tale to him. Remember Sonny? When Sonny locked that door and said, now you can't leave. Man, listen, they would have to call them the boys on me. I'm serious.
Tree. Nichols has been charged with 4 felonies, including burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, vandalism, and making criminal threats. On top of those alleged crimes, he is also facing a 5th charge of annoying or...
How you gonna get scared of the Bueller? He looked like the dude that was saying Ferris Bueller looking for him in school. How you scared of him? I would have opened that door like, get up. Oh, now get up now, come on inside. I would have he would have been woke up like, what am I doing in here? Woke up, this might have came out with my gabagool sandwich, sitting there like, oh, you wanted to come inside the house, right? Man, listen, I know y'all don't like when I do stuff like that, but what? Boogotti, calm down. Because you can't be knocked on my door like that? Oh, man. Why couldn't I just been there just for like visiting, dropping off an Amazon package for them or something?
Molesting a child under 18, which allegedly stemmed from an earlier incident. Fairfield police said the additional charge came after a witness reported an encounter between Nichols and the witness's child on April 5th. After investigating, officers said they found probable cause for arrest on the new charge. During Nichols's court appearance, Judge William Pendergast increased his bond to $250,000, citing the need to ensure the safety of his victims and the threat he posed to the neighborhood. Deputy District Attorney Stephen Tolley argued for the higher bail, citing the alleged threats and Nichols' proximity to the victims, noting he lives directly behind the home. Nichols did not enter a plea. His next court date is scheduled for April 23rd, according to jail records.
How are you gonna be scared of the ZyQuil guy? I mean, the Bueller guy. That's the one from the ZyQuil commercial. He just got his head down. He looked just like the guy from the ZyQuil commercial with hole in the big eye. How you gonna be scared of him? Like he just got off the video game, playing some video game or whatever like that. Came around the corner and did that. Yeah, I would have let him in. Oh, you want to come in? Come on, man. How you doing? Whoop, whoop, 2-piece and a biscuit. Do me a favor, you guys. Be careful around people around your neighborhood. Be extra careful for fools walking around like this with the long black jacket and all of that craziness. Pay extra attention to people like this. The ones that look like they live with their mother and they stay in the basement, pay attention to them. Trust me. We're going to pray for him and pray for everybody in this house, and gladly nobody got hurt. I want to pray for them kids too. Amen. Glad they got there on time and nothing bad came out of this tragedy. You guys, that's right. We do #1 trending stories and topics over here. We are, and I'm going to say it out loud so the algorithm can get it again, the #1 show on YouTube from 6 o'clock until we're done. Let's explain the title again. H-OUR. That's the hour, right? But we go longer than that. So we put the plus there. That plus is not just there for the time. That's like our bottom line. It's our show. That's right. That's why we call it Our Bottom Line. So now you guys understand what the logo means and what the show stands for. Our plus, and it's ours because I'm the host. You guys are the co-hosts, and bottom line because we don't play around over here. We get to the bottom line. Now you finally know why I do this. My nephew said, "Unc, you always say that. Bottom line, bottom line, bottom line." I said, maybe I should do a show called Our Bottom Line. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, so you know how it came about. Washington, watch Melania Trump. She's making a major address on the Hill, talking about children again. Let's see what our First Lady has to say.
In 2021, I launched Fostering the Future, a nationwide initiative to provide individuals from foster care community with access to education and at the university level. My goal is to prepare these individuals to secure entry-level jobs, become financially independent, and eventually innovate, create new businesses, and generate employment opportunities. When I first developed Fostering the Future, one thing became very clear. The foster care community requires action over awareness. This truth stands today. I'm proud to share that Fostering the Future currently maintains a footprint of over 20 universities across the country from coast to coast. In fact, academic institutions such as Vanderbilt University, University of Miami, LSU, UVA, University of Texas, The Ohio State University, and the
She don't play about them kids. Y'all can't front about them. She don't play about them kids. Thank you so much, Jordan Dowdy, for the $10 super chat. Everybody, be like Jordan. Let me stop. No, but show Jordan some love because he gave up the $10, and we appreciate that. We appreciate everything. Goes right to these premium accounts, all this Verizon stuff, and keeping the show going. So support the show, and the show will continue to support you guys. Thank you so much for keeping the engine going.
University of Alabama, all educate Fostering the Future students. Although reports vary, roughly 3% of individuals in foster care community earn a college degree in 2025. We can close this gap. But still, foster youth face a special set of challenges outside the classroom that have a serious impact of their academic performance. These issues include housing instability, educational advocacy, financial barriers, transportation, continuity, access to technology, and other related issues. New legislation for the foster care community is a moral imperative. Some of you joined me in the White House last November for the signing of the Fostering the Future Executive Order. And although the executive order is a transformative vision, Congress now has the opportunity to create a lasting positive impact on this community. Beginning here in this room, we can once again change people's lives. With the new legislation, we can ensure that the opportunity is more than helpful for individuals in the foster care community. It can be their birthright. Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
I like it. I like it. I love. She just warmed me up. I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys got the same feeling that I did, but I'm kind of feeling that right there. You probably didn't hear it all. It didn't go to you, but when you're looking out for the kids and when you're helping out certain people like that, I just can't. I love it. I just feel so much. I feel good about that. Hopefully we get more legislation. We need more help for children, not just foster children, but children overall. But yes, foster children, because they don't have their parents, they go into another home and you don't know what the structure is in their lives. There's hardly no security and no foundation there. So anything that we can give back to foster children, I'm all for it. I love it, and I'm so thankful. Let's see if we actually get some results out of this. Probably going to be actually looking into the laws and seeing what the changes have been since she implemented the executive order. I want to see what's going on with that, and I'm going to keep you guys up to date. It's about the children, y'all. You know why? Because I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Y'all remember that? Let the children's laughter remind us what we used to be. I ain't gonna keep on going, but let's go. Let's keep on going. You guys, I told y'all I'm turned up right now. Even though Trump got this lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal, they got kicked out. I ain't got nothing to do with that, Trump. That's on you. It has to do with the Wall Street Journal and the Epstein letter that was tossed. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep it going, y'all. Let's do it.
A federal judge dismissed President Donald Trump's defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal. The suit challenged a report alleging Trump sent Jeffrey Epstein a lewd birthday note. Florida federal judge Darren P. Gales said the lawsuit did not plausibly claim actual malice, ruling that something was published while knowing it was false, or recklessly disregarding whether it was false. The lawsuit also names the Wall Street Journal's owner, Rupert Murdoch. Gales ruled Trump can amend the complaint and refile by April 27th.
He looked mad. He looked tight. He looked like he was tight that he couldn't get that through. Boy, he was mad because he got those other publications. So he sued them for billions of dollars. He got some serious lawyers over there. So he looked mad about that one right there. But hey, can't win them all, Trump. You can't win them all. Let's keep on going. We got to get on over to Seattle, Washington. We're going to go over to the Belleville area. And we got 3 that are facing charges and crimes targeting the elderly. Oh man, another group of people that I just love. I don't know what it is about elderly people. Like they just be on some cool, laid back stuff and they don't really have no drama. Especially when you find one that's been around for a while that just say what they want to say and they worldly and they can just teach you stuff. You guys don't understand. That's how I learned a lot of stuff. I used to hang around a lot of older people and they already been through life. Like, boy, you better go to school. They're saying that why? Because of stuff that they've been through. Oh man, you better not mess around with. I'm talking about real people on the block when it was really a community and it was really a unit of people that actually cared. Yeah, that's when we grew up. Y'all remember that. Y'all remember that. Used to go to the corner, see the man with the cigarette there. Hey, what you doing over there? Huh? We're trying to fix that bike? Okay, I got you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Teach you how to fix the bike so the next time you don't even need them. It's going over to Seattle. We got these 3 that are facing for this elderly situation right here. I love older people. I couldn't have been around for this either. I couldn't have been around for this.
Our top story at 5:30, crimes targeting the elderly. At least 3 people tied to an organized crime ring now facing charges. Thanks for staying with us, Emil Thomas.
I'm Monique Minglavin. And Cairo 7's Jake Chapman has been following this story. He's live now in Bellevue outside the Asian family.
Please put people onto this because they were doing this for a while. This is a follow-up story of ours, believe it or not. You're going to be like, wait a minute, we heard about that. Be careful because they're coming up to the elderly, talking about, can we pray for you? Can we hug you? And they're taking their jewelry and trying to take their money and actually successfully getting it. We got to watch out for our elderly all the time because they're the first line and children. They always go to them and they feel like they're weaker. And people that do that, they're pieces of crap that go against the elderly and children.
Family market. And Jake, one of the suspects is tied to dozens of thefts.
And one of those thefts happening right here in this very parking lot outside the grocery store just a few days ago, where one man tells me this thief stole about $1,000 from him. And while he tells me he's thankful for these arrests, he knows he isn't the only victim out there.
Right now, you're under arrest. You understand?
Police say the woman you see on body cam video has been wreaking havoc across the Senate.
You're under arrest for theft, for stealing. What stealing? Stealing people's money, jewelry.
No. That woman, along with 2 others, are accused of being involved with an organized crime ring. Police say their targets are often elderly. According to court documents, the suspects would offer a blessing and place hands on the victims while secretly stripping them of jewelry or reaching for a wallet in cities like Bellevue, Seattle, Woodinville, and White Center.
They'll
go to shopping centers, parks, other locations where people will be. From there, they will
Thank you,
identify,
Melania.
they may have some jewelry they want.
Investigators gathered numerous surveillance footage of the suspects not far from where these crimes took place. And when police arrested all three last Friday, they found even more evidence inside one of their homes.
You know, the clothing they're wearing is, now we can say for sure, based on surveillance video, this was the individual who looks like them. And hey, they actually all own the same clothing they were wearing at the day this crime occurred.
Before police arrested two of them in Kirkland, they spotted the suspects outside a senior living facility in Federal Way, potentially looking for their next victim.
Vulnerable people.
Outside of a senior living facility, y'all.
They can go and take advantage of it.
So we asked the facility not only if they were aware of it, but if this drew any major security concerns. We didn't hear back in time before our deadline, even with this breakthrough in their investigation.
We've been watching you.
Bellevue PD says this case is far from a...
I'm going to say the word. Y'all remember back in the days, stay away from them gypsies. Stay away from them gypsies. They be trying to ride. Yeah, y'all know. Y'all can say the word again. Thank you so much. 3-month anniversary. Deserve another super chat. Oh, no, I got you. Wait a minute. Jordan, you might be getting a t-shirt. I got you, Doug. Matter of fact, yeah, you did your 3-month again. I got to go ahead and send you another kit. I got you on decals. I got you on keychain. Decal, keychain. And yeah, I got you. Pick it. I'll give you both for a t-shirt. I got you. And I owe one other t-shirt too. But Kendra's order went out yesterday, so she's gonna be sipping on that big drip real soon, couple of days. And Miss Swanza, never forget. I pay attention. I don't play around when it comes down to you guys. I do not. And yeah, I see you guys messing around with that 55 coffee house over there with Miss Lisa Roy. But watch what happens, what we're about to do. Because we back now. We're about to turn up. But I don't want to change the flow because we got to keep on moving forward. I don't want to stop the story. And y'all remember the word in the 70s? I knew it from Sanford and Son. When Fred used to be like, better watch out for them gypsies. People like that. I remember watching shows like that. And they used to always try to tie their hair up or something like that, looking like they really like spiritual. Thank you again, Jordan, so much for the $20 super chat right now. Won't let me drop 30. You still got to send me the planter. Oh yeah. Okay. Got you, dog. But if you want, you can do it on Cash App. And all you're going to hear is cha-ching. It's Cash App, Boogotti Cash. That's all. There you go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
Over. We'll rearrest them if they bail out, and we'll put them back in jail until they have their day in court.
And Bellevue police have been putting out PSAs for years on this now, warning people to be aware of their surroundings and travel in pairs and be cautious of how you're interacting with strangers. Now,
it's not just that. You guys got to be careful of the men that pull up. There's more than one strategy that they use with the women. They put the women in the back with the child, and they act like they got the child is back there all hungry or something, right? And this happened to me. I'm telling you exactly how it happened. And it wasn't like nowhere else. Happened in New York. I'm just walking, minding my business, and this guy pulls up, looks like he's from an island, from somewhere. I'm not going to just call it. Look like he pulled up, and then he put his window down, and I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo, I got this gold ring, sir. I'm trying to sell it to you. And I'm like, why won't you go to the pawn shop and sell it? And then he's like, oh, because I got my wife in the back. He puts the windows down, and it's one of these ladies just like that, and she got like this scarf on, and she's like holding this baby. Oh, I'm trying to make money for my wife so that we can go get food and all of that. So I'll just sell it to you for real cheap. Ain't nobody stupid. I said, no, thank you. I got my own and I'm out. Don't be playing with me like that. Because if anything, what you're really trying to do is ROB me. And you're lucky I ain't whap. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Still #1. Anyway, that's how we do it around here. Trending topics, current events. I think we need to go on over to Brooklyn. I think we need to go over to Brooklyn right now because what I love about what I don't like about the origination of this story is I believe now that the police are now starting to crack down because of little Kaori that lost her life. They're really going crazy out in Brooklyn. So that means that now the Woos and the Chos and all of those guys that call themselves GANG members around that neighborhood, they're not playing with y'all. They're coming for y'all. They took 15 of them off the street yesterday, and I'm glad they did because those are the ones that always starting stuff with the hoodies and the masks on, walking around, just have no sorts of understanding of what life is about. Life is much more than just that little neighborhood and what's going on there. And the sad part about it is they don't even know about that. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go on over to Brooklyn real quick. I want you guys to see what's going on in these neighborhoods now, because yes, at least the police are now starting to crack down. It's just sad that it had to take for Kiori to lose her life for them to do this.
New this noon, prosecutors announced what they are calling a major gang takedown in Brooklyn. Dozens of suspects now under arrest, accused of terrorizing neighborhoods across the borough.
Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore live outside the district attorney's office in downtown Brooklyn, where she...
Faye said that she was just she was just at their little briefing in Brooklyn, shaking my head. It's sad. Hey, Faye, next time you go somewhere like that, take a video, let us see it, send it to me. I'll put it up on the show. Co-host. What you forgot? I don't just say it. Send me the footage. Let's go.
You just got an update, right, Crystal?
Good afternoon, David and Sandra. The police commissioner, as well as the Brooklyn district attorney, announced that 36 members of the Wu and Cho gangs have been indicted. They've been variously charged with conspiracy to commit murder, conspiracy to possess weapons, and other related charges, including murder. A manhunt.
Second Amendment for all. I see you, Joe. Yeah, I see. Ain't gonna get by me. Smart thinking. Yeah.
Is still underway for one of the defendants, but 35 people are in custody as all part of Operation Crossfire Gang Takedown. Now, all of them are accused of being brazen enough to open fire in parks and playgrounds. And
it's not brazen when you do it from across the street and you're aiming at people, and things like this can happen, like what happened to little Kiori. If you guys do notice this depiction that they're about to show you right now, these pieces of trash are across the street and they're aiming inside of a park.
Basketball courts with children playing, often hitting unintended targets, like a shooting death of 34-year-old Tariq Thompson in June of last year. Authorities say Thompson was caught in a gang war between the Folk Nation gang, which operates out of Brownsville, and a rival crew in Coney Island. Authorities say the 36 defendants were involved in 36 shootings that injured 11 people total and killed one person. 36 guns were taken off the streets as part of operation, including a 9mm ghost gun. The Brooklyn DA saying that these gangs have terrorized communities in Brownsville and beyond. And
that looks like the exit to the park, and he didn't make it out. So yeah, I'm glad that they got them. Glad that they got them, because they got too much going on already. Tired of older people, elderly, and children being the victims. And again, you guys, it's not even all the way summer yet. And I always tell you this, I always say this, it's not even summer yet. And sadly, it gets worse every single year. Every single year. Super Melania, thank you so much, and welcome to the bottom line with your gym glove. So happy that you appreciate the show, and we appreciate you too. Name is already starting to make a little noise there. What's going on with your Super Melania? Okay, all right. We got to pay attention to Miss Super Melania. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. Oh, you still here? Because, who acts like that? Who acts like that? You guys remember that guy a couple of months ago? Used to run the United States of America? Let's get into it, you guys, because it's not over. It ain't over. I'm talking about him. Joe Biden. He received a portrait in his name. And in classic Joe Biden style, he fades in and out. I'm talking about the way he fades in and out. It's like he has to, I don't know. I think he just needs to stop speaking at this point, because what's going on with him at this point, I don't know, Joe. I think you need to just chill out. Let's see what we got going on with this guy here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Where you at? Where you at, Joe? Where you at? Where you at? No? No? Okay, now I gotta go get it. Now, you guys do me a favor. Y'all done been here. You done seen this happen before. We gotta go run to the history, because there ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna let this funny thing get by. You guys stick with me for a minute. I got some information I want to bring up on our ex-president, Joe Biden, because he's just, he's just so newsworthy at this point. Let me just say that point. Sometimes I make a mistake and I get past the videos and I forget to, put them in. And sometimes I might just keep on moving forward, because we got to stack a lot of videos. So bear with me right here. Let me see if I can find this. If not, we'll just move on forward to the next one. Just hold me down. Hold on a minute. Joe Biden. Yeah, they get away from me sometimes, you guys. They get away from me. Sometimes they get away, they get away, they get away. I want to try to find this one. Here we go. Here we go. No, it's not the one. It's not the one. Where's the one that I want to show them at? No, that's not the one. But okay, I'll show them this.
Chairman Scruggs and President Biden, when you're ready.
Actually, this is the one, I think. There was a joke that went along with it when he started commenting about Barack Obama. He starts saying that this guy here looks just like Barack Obama. He calls him out to the stage and everything. Lost the clip, you guys. Sometimes it happens. Hey, sometimes it happens. It can't be perfect. I ain't perfect. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. I still got more work to do. Let's go. Where we at right now? Let's go on over to California because Nick Shirley addresses the bill that's dubbed to Stop Nick Shirley Act. Yes, you guys, they're talking about a bill to stop investigations or something going on. I think this doesn't make too much sense right here. Let me make sure I don't lose that one. Let me make sure I got that clip to make sure I get this one. So right now they're trying to get in front of what's going on with all of the monetary loss in Los Angeles. So yes, we have people, administrators and lawmakers that are trying to step up and say, we found the fraud first. We found it. Also now, like I said prior, that someone in this administration now trying to kind of subdue Mr. Nick Shirley. You remember Nick Shirley? He's the one who broke the Leering centers out in Minneapolis. Yes, now he's in Los Angeles, but they're trying to implement legislation to stop him. Don't know what that's about. Let's go ahead. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's bring it back in.
Fraud scheme that defrauded Medi-Cal of $267 million.
Welcome back. The fraud fallout continues. You might remember
we got it.
Viral videos from Nick Shirley, the independent journalist who helped put a spotlight on fraud nationwide, including California's hospice center fraud. Last week, California Attorney General Rob Bonta took a victory lap, bragging about his state cracking down on massive fraud schemes in Los Angeles.
Operation Skip Trace uncovered and ended a hospice fraud scheme that defrauded Medi-Cal of $267 million. So just to be clear, $250 million. Over. Funds that are paid for by California taxpayers, funds that are meant to provide care to Californians in need. It is unacceptable, it is illegal, and we will not stand for it.
Too little, too late, Mr. Attorney General. Look, we're all for stopping fraud, but at the same time, his wife, Democrat Assemblywoman Mia Bonta, is pushing a bill critics say could make it harder to expose fraud. It's called the Privacy for Immigration Support Service Providers. Critics are calling it, though, the Stop Nick Shirley Act. What would it do? Well, it would let eligible individuals keep their home addresses confidential. It would also ban the sharing of photos or personal information that could lead to any type of harassment or harm online. And it allows victims to seek $4,000 in damages and subjects the violators to fines of up to $10,000 or even a year in jail if you are found in violation of the Privacy for Immigration Support Service Providers. Critics say, though, it could complicate the on-the-ground investigations, right as California is already dealing with massive fraud scandals. And
They're basically trying to put legislation into play to stop them from doing investigations into the theft. And it makes no sense. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to stop people from investigating theft? Really doesn't make sense. It seems like something going on. Exactly. The Stop Nick Shirley Act. Exactly. What the hell is going on with that? Let's keep on moving forward because we on it now. We got it. We got it all dialed in. You guys appreciate that? I got even more for you. Let's get on over to New York, Manhattan, Mom Dami. Now easy super cat, now use a dom dami. Now easy super cat, now use a dom dami. Now easy super cat, now use a dom dami. Dami. Bam dami, na easy super cat, na he's a dam dami. Now I'm not gonna say that because y'all don't even know what I'm saying. I'm talking Jamaican. It's patois. Ain't nobody talking bad about nobody. Stop hating. He deserves it, just like Kathy Joku Hoku do. because now he got the crazy announcement he's about to make right now. An admission in the prices that the city is going to have to pay for these city-run grocery stores. First, he promised you guys he was going to defund the police, trying to do that. Then he told you guys that he was going to get you free apartments and free places to live. Didn't do that. Now he's talking about, what was it? What was the other thing? I mean, there's so much thing that this guy was promising. And yeah, Paper Tiger did not deliver on anything. If he was the delivery service, I wouldn't even know what to call him. DHL or something, I don't know. He ain't even APS. He's not even IPS from my eyes are feeling weary. He's not even them. He is not delivering on anything that he promised that he was delivering on. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen. Let's see what Mom Dami's talking about now.
New York City Mayor Thorne Mamdani unveiling the very first city-run grocery store with a whopping $30 million price tag.
Since the pandemic, grocery prices have gone up, and they haven't come back down. During our campaign, we promised New Yorkers that we would create a network of city-owned grocery stores, one in each borough. And we are here today to celebrate the site of the Manhattan store, La Marqueta, which will be open by 2029.
Joining us 2029. 2029 is what he said. In 3 years. So yeah, I'm promising you guys something. It's coming. It's gonna start in 2029. Isn't that when his term is over? Like, what's going on here, man? Ain't nobody stupid, bro. What's going on? Oh, so now you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start promising them things that I don't have to deliver on until my term is over. Now watch what it costs. Yeah, we catching you, bro. We catching you in the mix.
Sadarat, senior writer for the Washington Examiner and Fox News contributor.
Ain't there already a La Marina or La Marqueta over there on 116th Street, right between Park Avenue? How you gonna just steal these people's name? What's going on with you, fool?
Joe Concha. Joe, they, and by they, of course, I mean 100% the private sector, opened a discount grocery store in my town. And you know what, Joe? Took less than a year to build, and guess what? Cost a lot less than 30 million bucks. So what the heck is Mamdani celebrating here?
Yeah, well, that's a very good question, Todd. And this was a campaign of a smiling socialist con man from the very beginning.
Hey, yo, Casey, I'm gonna give you that dough I owe you, bro. And I'm gonna give you that on March the 17th, 2030. I got you, bro. But you know I got you. Joe, if you're gonna be looking at me like, yo, bro, we cool, but for real, 3 years out, man, keep that. Ain't no good no more.
51% of New York voters, we should have known better, they fell for it. These city-run stores are already projected to cost twice as much as Zoran Mamdani first promised. And we know the way things work in New York and in this area in general. If they're projected at X now, by the time they're done, it'll probably be double and triple that. And now he's saying that the first of five
Because you're not talking about the increases on taxes, the increases on products, the increases it's going to cost for materials, the manpower, and more and more and more. You don't implement, you don't think about that stuff, Mr. Mamdani, because he's never had a JOB before. Never had a JOB, so you can't run the city. No, you can't. If you never had a JOB, you shouldn't be running the city.
Stores won't open until 2029. I mean, shut the front door here. I mean, by the way, how will opening 5 city-run grocery stores, where some of the prices will be no different than non-city-run stores, Mamdani is admitting that now, how will that make it more affordable for 8 million people, where there are already more than 1,000 food stores to choose from? So between this and the free buses that may never come, and the free childcare that's definitely never going to come because the billions just ain't there, Zoran Mamdani's social media prowess and making the city more unlivable and certainly not more affordable, that may well be his legacy. He's currently at 48% approval right now, where you say, hey, that's pretty good. Problem is, Eric Adams was in the 60s at this point of his first term, as was Bill de Blasio. So he's already going south in a hurry because people are realizing that, yeah, they got conned.
Oh, man, I don't know how I can laugh. I don't know how I can hold myself together and still laugh about a situation like this. But you know what? After you've been through a lot, you know what? You just got to do what you got to do and just realize, yeah, maybe it'll get better with the next term, but we got to get certain people out of here. Mamdani and Joko Hochul, they have to go. The way that the city's running right now, it cannot sustain. It just really can't with these stupid administrative ideas and all of these things that they're implementing. Because if you think about it, if you really think about it, The fact that their ideas are not working, it also shows you that nothing is being improved and nothing is going on to make things better. So not only aren't your ideas working, but nothing else is being improved. Just running along to get along how it normally does. Not a good way to run a city. Let's get on over to Washington, you guys, and do me yeah, that's right. Just stories like that. You want to see more of them? If you want to see more stories like that, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on, as well as give me all the money in your pockets. No, don't do that. But I'll tell you something that you can do is free. Subscribe. We're working our way up to 80,000 subscribers. And we're knocking on the door. Let's go, you guys. Let's see what Trump's talking about with this new AI image of Jesus embracing him amid the Pope feud. You still feel like testing those pictures, huh, Trump? You still feel like playing around with those pictures? Okay. See what we got going on for you over here.
Today, the Pope in the African nation of Cameroon, with an authoritarian leader, a contested election, and an ongoing civil war, the country paused for the papal visit.
Although we have different beliefs, we have different ways of worshiping, we have different ways of living, we can live together in peace.
The first American pope preaching peace aboard the papal plane today, not mentioning President Trump by name as Trump continues his attacks against him. And today, another image reposted to President Trump's social media account showing Jesus embracing the president. Earlier this week, Trump removed an AI-generated photo depicting him as a Jesus-like figure. And in a late-night post, Trump writing, "Will someone please tell Pope Leo that Iran has killed at least 42,000 innocent, completely unarmed protesters in the last 2 months, and that for Iran to have a nuclear bomb is absolutely unacceptable." Vice President J.D. Vance at a Turning Point USA event yesterday, telling the Pope he should be more careful when talking about theology.
In the same way that it's important for the Vice President of the United States to be careful when I talk about matters of public policy, I think it's very, very important for the Pope to be careful when he talks about matters of theology.
Vance is the nation's highest-ranking Catholic politician. The Pope has said he is not afraid of the Trump administration or of speaking the gospel. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Oh, you guys, okay. Let's get. I ain't messing around with no Pope. I'm not messing around with the man upstairs. All I'm going to say is bless to everybody involved in these situations. And again, how we do it over here, who do we really care about? We care about the innocent people on all sides. We care about the children that are losing their lives and all of the casualties of the people that have nothing to do with this. Yeah, all of those boom booms and those buildings at late nights and stuff like that. That's urban warfare. It has nothing to do with what's going on the field. Seems like they strike all of the wrong people instead of each other. Back in the day, at least they had the respect to go on the field and say, oh, and go back and forth. Nowadays, it's sad that the people that get involved are the children and the older people. Had to make an example of that. I want to pray for them because those are the main people that we care about over here. Want to pray for their security. And again, we pray that all wars come to an end as soon as possible. Amen. Lose money, lose lives, lose money, lose establishment. We lose a bunch of stuff when it comes down to those WARs. You don't really gain anything. Oh, now we say we won, and then you stand back and see how many people lost their lives over it. It's not cool. I don't think so. Never has been. Especially when you get older and you start realizing the value of life and how much you start to realize and how precious life is. Because anything else is just an extra. Like it's ketchup on top of the hot dog. Because life is the hot dog. It's the burger. That's what we got to start realizing. And every day is a blessing. Let's keep on going, you guys, because now I've got a situation over where it never fails. Anytime I'm stuck, now I'm not talking about like this children's aid society, like they help me win my homework when I'm stuck. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when I'm stuck, need a story. Where do I always go? Got to go on over to Miami. No, most of the time, always provides. And like no other time, it did right now. We got this grieving situation, which is pretty bad right here. I don't even want to say anything because there's so much going on with this, but at a taste of Miami, we are at a carnival in Little Haiti. A youngster lost his life. And this is what I'm talking about, the blessing of life. Every time I think about when somebody young loses their life, I think about my years. And I think about what I was doing when I was their age and how much stuff that they could have been doing to get to my age. I just really look at it as a tragedy for everybody involved, especially that child. Got to get on over to Miami because he's got some grieving families over here. All he wanted to do was go to a taste of Miami, eat some food, see what the event was going to be like. But now it's not going to ever be able to come back again. So his aunt is really taking this in a bad way, you guys. Taste of Miami. Yeah.
At 6, a South Florida woman speaking out days after her nephew was shot and killed at the Taste of Miami Carnival in Little Haiti. She says another nephew was also wounded in the violent chaos. Tonight, police are still searching for whoever pulled the trigger. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench is your reporter live in Little Haiti. And Peter, the grieving aunt says the family is just desperate for justice.
That's right, Lauren. In fact, the victim's aunt prays this case can be solved. We checked with Miami police, and they tell us they are still looking for one shooter and have a person of interest in the incident that happened right here in Little Haiti at Northeast 2nd Avenue and 62nd Street.
They need to find them fast. The family doesn't want closure because that's not going to close anything, but it needs to be resolved. Law enforcement do what they do, everybody do what they do, but I need there has to be a resolution.
Chrislyn Brumaine Florence wants to know who shot and killed her 23-year-old nephew, Kitchener Surreal, and wounded another nephew at the Taste of Miami Carnival. That nephew is in intensive care at the hospital, and a woman was shot as well.
It's surreal. We're still in a nightmare. This cannot happen again. There's no reason for any family to have such a gaping hole in their heart when it was supposed to be for fun.
Surreal's uncle posted this video of him on Facebook. A graduate of Miami Edison Senior High School, he was in junior college and loved track. Brumaine Florence helped raise him.
He's the youngest of the little cousins who came out to do anything needed. If you're asking for help, that's Kitch.
They went to the festival as a family.
All the cousin groups, dad, his uncles, everyone was at the festival. We're Little Haiti family. This is where we belong. This is where we've raised our own. I'm asking and waiting for the wake up because this can't be real. This can't be the logical ending to a festival that was for fun.
It's not known if the shooting was random or if someone was targeted.
This is inhumane. This is not what we expect when you go out on a festival. This is not what you expect when you're with family.
Too young, just too young, too young.
Now, police are not releasing a name of the person of interest or a description. If you can help, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-FIPS. There is a reward in this case of up to $5,000. We're live in Miami. Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami. Lauren?
Yeah, nobody care about that damn money. Them people care about the lives of the tragedy, the people that was lost in dealing with this crap right here. I want to pray for the family. I want to pray for that grieving aunt and everybody that was affected by this situation here. I think there needs to be more light shed on what's going on with our youth out here. If you guys do notice, he went out with his family. It wasn't anything like he was hanging out with any other kids to try to stir anything up. They went out for a good time. And when you can't go out for a good time with your family, I mean, where can you go? Make a lot of jokes about Miami and Florida and stuff like that, but we also got to understand that there's a lot of things that go on in these places that can be prevented and that just basically should not happen because of ignorance, because of stupid crime and GANG involvement. I want to pray for the family as well as everybody who's surviving tragedies like this, for you guys to have strength and to make it through. Amen. Crazy. Crazy. And that's why I said I think about my age, how I look when I was that age. I had braids at that age. I was chilling. I used to go to Miami and everything. And like I said, it's not like he was hanging out with some thugs or something like that. Graduated, just hanging out with his family. His family. Crazy, you guys. That's bananas right there. So hopefully we got people that's paying attention and getting in front of this stuff. I also think that the parents need to be more held accountable when it comes down to when they find these kids. To like, how did they get this? How did they get that GUN? Maybe time for the parents to get some jail time too, and not just the kid. Now we're going to get over to some Chicago parents who responded to some teen takeovers. They're making their own parent takeover. How about that? It's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Oh, y'all want to have teen takeovers? We're going to do a parent takeover. Be out there. I would have been out there like Esther or like my grandmother with a belt. What you doing out here? What? I would have been out there. What? This is when you need your grandmother with the belt to do the parents takeover. Or y'all want to do a teen takeover? We need to start doing exactly what they do and respond in kind.
Are organizing what they're calling a parent takeover. This one in Hyde Park comes roughly 2 weeks after a teen takeover there near 52nd and Dorchester. Our Brett Bagansky live in Hyde Park. Within the last 2 hours, Mayor Brandon Johnson talked about a potential teen takeover there in Hyde Park, Brett.
And this is the exact reason why parents decided they needed to do something tonight. And you were talking about Mayor Brandon Johnson, who talked about the potential for a teen takeover here in Hyde Park and those reports to be credible here. So this is why parents decided they wanted to do something. Just to show you where we're standing right now, this is around South Hyde Park Boulevard and 53rd Street. We're just blocks away from where that last teen takeover happened. You've seen the video there. That was on Monday, March 30th, where you see several teenagers.
They're running on top of people's cars. They just vandalize, and it's like whatever they go through is nothing but destruction. Look at this.
Running, walking on cars, stomping on them, reportedly causing some property damage in the...
You got that one car owner, he's on his hood to make sure that they can't jump on his window, if you guys noticed that.
Area here, and Mayor Brandon Johnson talking about the potential for that teen takeover here tonight, urging parents not to let their kids attend because he said it gets dangerous. It can potentially really get out of hand, as we've been reporting here on Fox Chicago here. And some on city council are trying to get to the bottom of everything, trying to get social media companies to become partners and to crack down on some of these teen takeovers that we've been talking about here. But in the meantime, some parents decided they wanted to gather here now to kind of take control of everything, take their neighborhoods back, and tell teenagers none of this is going to be tolerated.
Back in the day, we said it takes a village. Same thing now. Back in the day, there was repercussions and consequences. Right now, there isn't. We need to show them that, hey, this is not cool. You want to have fun? Go to the park. Go to the movie. You know, take your girl out to dinner. You don't need to be trashing people's property or jumping on cars and everything, because that's just not cool.
Can't bring that back, Miss Swanza, because if you try to bring back raising the youth, you know what they're going to do? They be backing stuff out, threatening people. You can't even talk about doing a fair one. They don't even do that no more. No fair one. Don't even talk about talking to them. Yo, get away from me with all that. I ain't trying to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? They're at that point. They don't want to hear nothing. They gotta take care of their own kids before it gets to that point. That's why I keep on telling you guys, yes, I understand the village part, but you got to send somebody that's able to work and that's able to be able to be taught, or to be able to be coached, or to be able to be spoken to. Because a lot of these kids that they're letting out, can't do nothing with them. They're already gone.
So much like the teen takeovers that we've been reporting here on Fox Chicago, this parent takeover also got shared on social media with the hope of getting at least 100 parents to come right over here to South Hyde Park Boulevard and 53rd. So the reason they decided to start at 5 o'clock is because the reported teen takeover is supposed to happen at 5:30. So we're going to be here reporting on everything that happens.
I'm going to follow up with that. I wish there was some parents out there like this. That's it. What you doing out here, Tommy? Whop, whop, whop. And then they be looking so stupid as they running from their mother. Ma, no, mommy. And let them all the people that's out there, yo, look at Tommy, he running his mother. Look, 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 look. And no, oh, wait a minute. What my mother doing here? Oh, you too, Justin. Whop. Just tear them up out there. Or y'all coming to a meeting, and guess what? We're going to be at every one. You need to pull up to like 3 of them to let them believe y'all gonna really do it. That's what I'm saying. Like the old saying goes, youth is wasted on the youth. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Let people know what we got going on here. Chicago. We done been to Turkey. We done been everywhere. So now we're gonna bring it back in a little farther. But you know what? Matter of fact, I can't. We got to get on over to Tanzania, to a story that we weren't covering. Because of so many parts of it, so many moving parts of it, I really wanted to hold on to this to see what's going on here. We got this family that seeks answers after an influencer lost her life on a vacation in Tanzania. And again, it's one of those situations where you go on vacation, you're out there with your husband or your friends or something like that, and you just don't make it back. Very sad story right here. I want you guys to see this situation here. Check this out, guys.
The mystery surrounding the death of a social media influencer from New Jersey is deepening.
We just want the truth. We just want to know what happened.
Earlier this month, Ashley Robinson, better known as Ashley Janae, was on vacation with her boyfriend at a resort in Tanzania Images posted online show her celebrating her 31st birthday and getting engaged to her boyfriend, 45-year-old Joseph McCann.
Hey, Tokyo.
This is what she wanted. She FaceTimed me, showed me her ring. She's like, Papa, I'm happy.
But days later, local authorities say hotel guests reported a romantic conflict between the couple, prompting management to move McCann to a separate room. A few hours later, authorities say she was found unresponsive in her room by hotel staff.
I did receive a phone call from Joe. He told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. And that he told me that she was stable.
After receiving treatment at 2 hospitals, Robinson was declared deceased. A hospital medical report suggesting she died by suicide, noting an unidentified mark around her neck. But Robinson's family not accepting that explanation. They want more information.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do
All right,
something
Super Lania.
to harm herself like that. She was happy.
Authorities are still questioning McCann and confiscated his passport while they wait for the medical examiner's report. McCann has not responded to a request for comment. No arrests have been made. Police previously said McCann is not suspected of wrongdoing.
I want to find out what McCann does as a position, as a job. What does he do? What does he own? What businesses? Because I'm sure that that's something going on there. Also going to follow up and see what we can get into you guys right now, because pretty interesting story. Went to her room and next thing you know, found unresponsive, marks on the neck. So then she's going to try to say it's a suicide. See that they took his passport, right? I'm assuming they're not letting him come back until they figure out what's going on. It's going to get those prayers in the air, you guys, for this family, for this story. It's a tragedy right here. Sad that we have to go into a situation like this, not knowing what's going on. So many people are losing their lives right now, but we have to understand that we can care for our lives and understand that it's so precious. It's a gift, like I said earlier. Many people are just playing around with them. The youth out here going crazy. You guys, what we do over here, we try to stay positive. We try to stay focused. We do understand that there's going to be a lot of change in life, so we try to get ourselves prepared for it mentally as well as physically. We do want to say we love and we care for everybody, also people as well as animals. Want to pray for the families of all the victims in this tragedy, as well as give them strength to get through it. And hopefully they find out who's behind this situation here. Amen. Situation is terrible right there, you guys. I hate to even think about that happening to a family member of mine or anybody that I know and love. And it seems like it happens on these trips. We got the other one from yesterday with the 19-year-old who's basically being, 16-year-old who's being charged for the SA on the boat. And now we got this one. Crazy, you guys. Like, be careful of those overseas and far off vacations, because you never know what's going to wind up. And it's always different because you don't know the land. I'm always really skeptical about once I leave the United States of America. Yes, it could be a great vacation, but you don't know what's going on in the places that you're at. Look like they were having a great time too. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. How you doing, Sky? You doing good over there? I got a banger for y'all right now. Y'all ready to go? I'm ready to go. You know what I got for you guys right now? It's time for, because you waited for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, the health and wellness section for our bottom line today. It's time, you guys. Let's get into it. This is going to be a good one. I love this one myself. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I got to find good ones. I got to make sure that we're getting into it. And I got to make sure that we're continuously covering every single aspect that we've been talking about. We've been talking about health. We've been talking about mental. We've been talking about physical. We've been talking about spiritual. We've also did a lot of stretching. We did a lot of calmness and different things. Affirmations. I really like the affirmations. But what we're going to bring it back to now again is what we started this thing with. What did we start it all with, right? We started it all with growing. We started it all with growing. And if you guys know, my plants are growing phenomenal. I want to just tell you guys something. I was going to bring my pot in here to show you guys, but they're on the windowsill. And I like to let them get the natural light to wake up in the morning the same way. So I didn't want to disturb them by bringing them in here and just, messing with them. They're pretty young, because I just got them to grow. But I got to transfer the pots to another pot. But I got to tell you guys, so far, I am successfully growing right now. Are you guys ready? I am successfully growing cucumbers. I am also successfully growing onions. right on my windowsill. So if I can do it right on a windowsill in New York, you guys can do it too. We're gonna break into this video and I'm gonna go get them and show you guys some proof because they're up now. I got the natural sun on them right now. You gotta let them wake up. You gotta let them wake up natural, give them good water. So you guys, don't try to tell me that you can't plant something either because I'm doing it on a windowsill. Put an extra piece of wood there, you got a whole planting plank. I'm about to show you guys what you can grow right in your own homes and we're about to get it in. This right here is let's go. Container gardening, secrets done right. That's right. We got a ton of, there's a ton of food that you can grow in small spaces. Y'all ready to go? Because we're about to get into it. We got different secrets. We're going to focus on growing high yielding crops. Because if you can't, let's say if you can't grow a whole bunch of things, that doesn't mean that you can't just grow a tomato tree with the little cherries on it or the cherry tomatoes just to see that you've done that. Then move to the next thing. You guys, the goal is to start, not to say, oh, I got a whole garden growing over here. Okay, I'm happy right now. I got some cucumbers and some onions growing. But not my number one choice, but guess what? They're growing, and now that I see it's possible, I can start doing other things and planting more plants. All I'm trying to tell you guys is you got to start it in order to get it going. Get it going to get it growing. And just so you guys know right now, we're changing the room in the Discord. The room that you guys have to go and join for growing is Let's Grow Crazy. That's the name of the room in the Discord. We're going to change the name to Let's Grow Crazy. And what I want you to do is put in photos. I want you to keep us informed of what you got going on with your gardens and with everything that you guys are growing. Let's show each other that we can be a community. And some of you guys got backyards. Some of you guys got a lot of stuff already growing. Mark Dorfman. I want to see some of that stuff so that we can inspire each other to keep on going. So you guys are ready? Again, by the time I get off of here, once we get back to the Discord, we're going to have an area there called Let's Grow Crazy, all for us to show what we're doing and what we're doing with our products, what we're doing with our gardens. Now we're going to get into a little bit more of this before I keep going. I want you guys to see this. There's going to be 5 different secrets: growing collard greens in containers, growing mustard greens in containers. And again, remember, the main thing to think about on this is high yielding. And guess what? If you grow kale, you can cut the tops off and they keep on growing. So why not have your own kale growing? You want to grow small cabbages or small broccoli? You can. Let's get into it, you guys. You guys are going to love this episode right here. I'm going to tell you why, because I love it. And I'm glad, excuse me, I'm glad I was able to find it. And I'm so proud that I'm able to bring it to you. When I tell you guys I'm really happy about this episode right here, I really mean it. I guarantee you're going to get something out of this. Let's go.
To have all this land, say it with me. Potting mix, word casting, combos. Keep it flowing. Don't stop. Keep it flowing. I was like, what the heck is that? Oh, so that's the trick. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Playing in Dirt. My name is Fleur. I am a small space container gardener in Zone 8. I'm going to share with you the tips and tricks of growing tons of food, not only in a small space, but in containers. When I first started my gardening journey, I used to think that you need this huge yard.
She's growing greens in containers, Faye. Work with me here. You're going to get something out of this.
You need to have all this land so you can have your row of tomatoes and your row of this and your row of that. But that is further from the truth. This is literally my preferred way of growing food, is in containers. If you're one of those people that are waiting to have a big yard, please don't. The information that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video, the secrets, I don't know if they're considered secrets, but I don't see it talked about often in other gardening channels. So I'm going to share with you guys some secrets of what it takes to grow tons of food in container.
Do you guys see them, the Baba Booba Baba Biba? You see them greens over there? Her greens look better than everybody else's greens, y'all. Her greens look better than everybody. You ain't getting no store greens like that. Them greens look good.
We're just gonna jump right into it, y'all, because I'm excited. A number one secret to growing tons and tons of food. I consider that to be the best. Well, no. That will probably be number 2, but we'll start that at number 1. Focus on growing high yielding crops.
I pay attention.
It's spring right now, and I'm growing mustard greens, kale, collards. I'm growing and I'm growing lettuce. The reason why I consider them to be high yielding is because you can get multiple harvests from them. The more you harvest from these crops, the more they produce. My two favorite cool weather crops are the collard greens and my kale. Kale is one of those crops.
Do you see how good her vegetables look? Do you see this? Y'all have no excuse if y'all got backyard. I got a windowsill. I can't even get no container stuff. Y'all got no excuse. If y'all got backyard or room and when the sunlight comes through, you straight. Oh man.
That just keeps giving. They keep giving and they keep giving and they keep giving. These are my kale teenager plants. They haven't fully matured. They've been going through all the changes of the weather. The weather hasn't been ideal, but this is one of my favorite crops to grow. And then it's my first time growing mustard greens. The same thing with mustard greens. The more you harvest from those types of crops, the more they produce. Don't let me get into the summer crop. You're going to get a lot of harvest when you grow crops like tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. Oh my gosh. I grew cucumbers last season. It was my first time. I was growing so much cucumbers. I didn't need to buy any cucumbers the entire summer because I would.
And do you guys see the way that she has the fencing set up? Because once they start growing, they do what they call climbing. They climb the vines. You guys got more space, the more higher you can make them grow, the more cucumbers you'll have. You don't have to go sideways or have a big space. Make them grow up. Let's go. Let's keep going, you guys. Let's get it.
Was growing them in one container. The top producing summer crops are going to be your tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. I'm sure there are other crops. Speaking of tomatoes, there are varieties that produce thousands of tomatoes in just one plant. One of the varieties that I'm going to try out, they're like really small cherry tomatoes. I don't know how well it's going to do, but it's supposed to be an indeterminate tomato, meaning it grows all season. And for
Okay, we got Sky that says, I've grown cantaloupe, watermelons, fig trees, tomatoes. I love fresh picked tomatoes.
your fall and spring vegetables, collard greens, mustard greens, kale, Swiss chard, you're going to have multiple harvests from them. So that is one secret of growing tons of food in containers. The second secret is the container size. Y'all, if you have a small container, then you're gonna get a small plant. The container size. This is the number one mistake. Small pots is gonna lead to more stress plants because some of these plants have roots that go deep. Their roots need to spread so the plant can grow properly. So you need to be putting them in containers that are going to accommodate their roots. And I think that is one of the biggest mistakes, especially if you're new to gardening, that gardeners make. I know when I first started my journey, I didn't really give much thought to the container size. I wasn't getting the harvest. I wasn't getting the results that I was looking for. And then I started looking into it and I realized that the container size does matter.
So another thing I just found out from her there are 15-gallon grow bags. They're big black bags that you can actually use if you want to go from the small form to going bigger. What I did was I started from a seed. I didn't start from a plant that already grew. So it's okay to have a smaller plant. Now that my plant is growing, I can now transplant to a bigger pot. This way I'm thereby giving them more room and more space for the roots to grow, which gives you more abundant more abundant harvest. Let's keep on going, you guys.
You have a small yard, you don't have that much space. Let's say you cannot fit multiple containers. You can just start with one and plant that high yielding plant. So if it's in the summertime, then plant that tomato or whatever high yielding vegetable that you like. This right here is a 45-gallon container. In this container, I'm growing my fruiting vegetables such as my cucumbers. This is a container that I grow my sugar baby watermelon. I did not think that it was possible.
Do you see how red that watermelon is on the inside? She's growing watermelons, y'all.
To grow watermelon in containers. So this is a 15-gallon grow bag, and you're gonna need this size grow bag for your tomatoes. Your tomatoes are gonna need a lot of room to grow, especially the indeterminate tomato.
But that bag is not even in the way. You fill it up with the dirt, you plant your seeds or transplant, and now you're just maintaining. They're telling us a lot of secrets right here. She got the goods. I'm gonna keep on following her channel. Just so you guys know what the channel is. It's called Playing in Dirt. Playing in Dirt. The name of this video here is Container Gardening, Secrets Done Right. Grow a ton of food in small spaces. Again, container gardening, secrets done right. Grow a ton of food in small spaces. Playing in Dirt is the name of the channel. Let's keep going, you guys. Let's go. I'm gonna try to give you as much of this as possible.
tomatoes, the one that gets to be 5, 6, 7 feet tall. I purchased these from Amazon. These are the 15-gallon grow bags. This is where I'm gonna grow all.
Someone here says that Faye said you can get those bags at IKEA. Just in case you want to know.
All of my tomato plants, y'all. Your containers or your grow bags need to be the right size. Most of my containers are a minimum of 10 gallons, so between 10 and 25 gallons.
And you see what she does? She's got like a water tester on the side of some of them, and she also has the light that what's the name of that light? Solar light that at nighttime it actually switches over. And I guess that's actually good for certain ones of the plants to give them more light. As long as it's an LED, you can provide more light for your plants if you want to use LED indoors. If you're not getting the full 6 hour or like 6 hours, you can use like LED lights for like 2 more hours. Let's keep going.
Tomatoes need between 10 to 15 gallons of growing space in order to grow properly, depending on the variety that you're growing. If you're growing peppers, they need between 5 to 10 gallons of grow space, depending on the variety. And the same goes with cucumbers. Cucumbers need a minimum of 5 to 10 gallons, depending on the variety that you're growing. The main message that I'm trying to drive is we can't be trying to grow like a large cherry tomato in this pot size. I think this is like a 2-gallon pot size. Come on, y'all. The plant is gonna be stalled. It doesn't have the room to grow in this.
But it's a good starter pot.
Pot. That's not gonna work. So make sure that you guys are doing your research to find out the right size container or grow bag to have to grow your plant.
This is the one. This is the climber. And I'm about to help her out.
So you guys get the theme.
Now I'm about to help her out right here, but let's go. You see that little gate right there? She's using that for certain things like beans, for certain things like cucumbers, so that they can climb. Let's go.
I actually just recently bought this, y'all. This season, I am going to be bold in my small container garden, okay? It's gonna be my 2nd year growing. I know more than I did when I first started. So this leads me to my next secret. You need to be growing vertical. This means you're gonna have to get a trellis. You guys need to be growing vertical instead of outward, especially if you don't have a lot of space. You need a trellis for the plants that climb or for support. Cucumbers, beans, tomatoes, peas. Some people might think I'm crazy. That's okay. That's okay. If I'm growing more food, then mission accomplished. That is my goal. I am being bold this season. You got
Square Foot Garden Book. Whoever you are, you need to join our Discord. DISCORD. Go to Discord and type in Our Bottom Line. I'm gonna bring you in. It's that simple. It's not hard to go to Discord. You guys download it on your phone. Discord. This is not the only place that our family collectively hangs out at. This is just one place. The Discord is even much more popping and a lot going on. Trust me.
guys need to be bold as well. Whole beans, that's the other crop that yields a lot of food. I haven't grown whole beans yet. I've grown bush beans. While bush beans are okay, I find that you have to grow tons of them in order to get a substantial harvest that can make one meal. I want to grow a bean heaven. One of the beans that I'm going to be trying to grow this season is pole beans, yard long beans. I don't know if it's the same. This is why I bought this trellis.
Show you how the trellis go.
Grow one plant. I can probably comfortably fit 2 plants, but we're just gonna grow one. And I'm gonna take this, y'all, and I'm going to put it, because it's the right width, I'm just gonna stick it inside of this container. And there you go. That way, when my beans starts to climb, it can have all of this trellis to climb up and produce more food. We're gonna have to think outside the box if we wanna grow a lot of food. This is, y'all, a DIY trellis that I created when I first started gardening. I went to Home Depot and I bought these PVC
pipe, you guys. It's PVC.
PCV, CVP, I don't know. But these pipes, I bought the pipe, I built this trellis, I added 2 wood that I got from Home Depot. When I realized that my cucumber plant, it wanted more room to go up, I thought this was gonna be enough for the cucumber plant, but it was reaching, it was shocking.
I call that a good problem. She said she thought that was gonna be enough, but it was reaching. That means it wanted to climb higher. Faye said that's the best time because that means it's gonna yield more when they climb.
How to reach and grow. So that's where I went ahead and bought this PCV pipe.
PVC, boo. Now let's get to the 4th secret.
tons of food in containers is you're gonna need good soil.
Don't go out there getting the crappy soil, you guys. You gotta understand something. If you want to have good yield and you want to have good plants, you're gonna have to make it come from good stock. You're gonna have to have good dirt, you're gonna need good fertilizer and much more. This part right here, please pay much attention to it because it basically serves its purpose in telling you how to actually keep your plants growing. Not only are we talking about the size, because you got to think about something. You can't just give plants water. Where they getting their nutrients from, their vitamins? You have to feed them. Nutrients. We have to talk about rich soil as well as fertilizer and much more. Let's cover that aspect right now. Let's go. Also, want to talk about compost. Yeah. Also, worm molds. Let's go.
Container plants have access to only the soil that you give them. So if the soil is poor, then they don't have anywhere else to go for nutrients. If you're growing in ground, then they have access to more nutrients as opposed to growing in containers. Get yourself some good quality potting mix. It doesn't have to be this brand in particular.
Compost,
it could be
yes.
any brand of your choosing. And also compost. I started my compost last year, so I had compost for my spring garden, which I'm so excited about. And I am continuously making compost. If you guys are just starting out and you don't have compost, you
She about to say the name, the worm poop. You're right.
can buy compost. The one that I use, you don't have to use it, but the one that I used when I first started my journey and that I still use right now is Black Cow. Get yourself some good quality compost, good quality potting mix, and also worm casting. I have a big bag of worm casting. This is
Worm castings, worm dung, like Casey said.
gonna last me all year. I use a lot of worm casting. Worm casting is what's going to add nutrients to your soil. I think it's worm poop and plants love it, but these are the three: potting mix, worm casting, compost. Potting mix, worm casting, compost. Say it with me. Potting mix, worm casting, compost. Sometimes I add perlite. It's not really necessary. It's not really needed. But if you have some perlite on hand, this is really good because it helps to draw out moisture. It helps for the soil to breathe. So you can add a little bit of perlite to your soil.
Now we got to talk about feeding them, and we got to talk about that fertilizer.
The next secret to growing tons of food in containers is you're gonna have to feed your plant. Containers lose nutrients faster than ground gardens. When you're gardening in containers, when you're gardening in grow bags, you're gonna have to feed your plants often. This is my weekly snack. Whenever I water my plants, every Saturday or Sunday, I'm giving them some nitrogen. This is every week, y'all, religiously. It doesn't matter the plant, I'm giving them nitrogen when I'm watering them. When you're growing in containers, heavy rain, all of that, it washes out the nutrients. You're gonna have to keep adding nutrients back to the soil. The nutrients, they stay in the ground longer if you are growing in ground than if you are growing in containers. We have fertilizers that are slow release. These are going to be your dry fertilizers. And then we have fertilizers that are fast release, which are your liquid fertilizers. So,
And again, if you guys are appreciating the health and wellness section today and you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? And go ahead and hit that like button. So many people would love to learn things like this. Who else we going to tell you about growing a garden inside of containers? Only us, our bottom line. Come on, y'all, let's go.
So liquid fertilizer every 1 to 2 weeks, slow fertilizers once a month. When I first started my journey, y'all, I was not feeding my plants at all because I didn't know anything about, I knew they were fertilizers, but I didn't know how often to feed. So I wasn't feeding them at all. And I was also afraid of feeding them too much. There is such a thing. Don't get me wrong. There is such a thing. But in my case, I wasn't feeding them at all. I remember I grew
Thank you, Kendra.
They were transplants that I bought from Home Depot, and I never fed them. Every now and then I would make banana peel water and give it to them, but I never gave them any fertilizer. And those cabbages remained tiny. They never grew. They never thrived. I was happy for my harvest, nevertheless. I got to harvest my little bitty ornamental cabbage is what it looked like.
But you got to give them room to grow and make sure you're giving them fertilizer, you guys. Come on, let's get on over to the number 6 secret, and we're going to call this one succession planting. Enjoy this help segment, Boogotti. I've been wanting to know how to plant different things, and I said the same thing. I'm going to have to give them more measures. I'm going to have to give them more people that know what they're talking about. And you guys, Faye, you know a lot. Can you go ahead and give us a little, maybe a little write-up or a little or how to plant this or how to plant that, put it up in the Discord. We pay attention. How about make a video? You can upload video in Discord. Yes, you can. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we're going to talk about succession planting. What is succession planting, Faye? That means when your crops are always almost about to yield, it's time to start making more babies. This way you never run out. You don't want to just have a whole farm that goes out. No, you want to start, okay, this one is about to, it's time to harvest. Let me get those seedlings going. This one is about to harvest. Let me get those seedlings going. You got to keep the flow going, guys. Keep the flow going. And don't get rid of the little pots. Those can be your starters. Let's keep going.
Planting. When I first heard that word, that succession planting, what is that? I did a little bit of digging. I'm like, oh, so that's the trick. In layman terms, growing plants in rotation. For example, if you're growing collards, as the plant is approaching its end stage, maybe it has another month left before that plant is done, start yourself a new seedling indoors. Once that mature plant is done, you can be planting other seedling in its place. You're not planting everything all at once, and then once you harvest everything, that's it. No, you need to be keeping that momentum. That's the secret, succession planting. I hope you guys understand, but succession planting is going to be your best friend. Keep it flowing. Don't stop. Keep dropping new seeds. My last secret, y'all, is you guys need to be harvesting often. We're not
I'm gonna say it, Joe. Joe said, I don't understand because I grew up on a farm and I worked my butt off as a young boy, and all of a sudden, here 30 years later, it's like some type of new idea. Because when it's necessity, Joe, because it's a necessity. People know better and they want to make their own food because of the stuff that's out here. Come on, you can make a cabbage inside water. You seen that video? With water. Just going like this, squeezing something in there, making a ball. It's cabbage. Yeah, so we're trying to make our own stuff now, but we get it. And the fact that you know how to do it, how about sending us some information in the Discord? Ah, you told her yourself, bro.
Growing gardens, we're not growing plants just to look at them. We need to be harvesting the plants because that's what's going to help them grow. The more you harvest, the more it gives. I was that person. I just left my plants in the containers and I just looked at them and admired them and I wasn't harvesting them. If I was that person, I know I'm not the only one. Some people, they're out here with their garden. The plant is just bursting, wanting to be harvested, but they're like, ooh, it looks so pretty like that. Oh my gosh, look at my garden, it looks so pretty. So I'm not gonna touch it because the garden looks so pretty. No, you need to be harvesting your garden. The more you harvest, the more food you get from your plants. So make sure you guys are harvesting your plants, okay? Some of the crops that enjoy harvesting is collards, kale, tomatoes, cucumbers, basically just about every plant. That encourages growth. Don't be afraid to harvest your vegetables. Don't just allow it to sit there and look pretty, but like, oh, I grew this. Okay, let me admire it. Let me take a picture of it. Okay. The last bonus tip that I want to share with you guys is this right here that's coming, that's approaching us. It's sunlight. Your plants need sunlight. You cannot try to grow food in a shaded area. It's just not going to work. 6 to 8 hours of sunlight for most plants, that is non-negotiable. Plants in containers, they need more sun. Believe it or not, they need more sun because they're going to grow faster. That's what gives them the energy to grow. So make sure that you are gardening in a space that's going to receive sufficient amount of sunlight so that you can have a thriving garden.
Now we're gonna show you where to go to keep on rocking with her, and we'll get more information and stuff like that. Let's go. Let's get into the details now.
With a fertilizing coach, so you know exactly how frequent to fertilize your plants depending on the type of crop that you're growing, the monthly planting guide, so you can succession plant every single month. You know what to start indoors, what you can direct. So every single month, a container size cheat sheet, so you know exactly what size containers depending on the crop that you're growing. And it also comes with a companion planting chart so that you know what grows well alongside each other. I'm gonna link it down below. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I did enjoy making it because, y'all, I'm a goofball. When I first started making videos on YouTube, I was so afraid to show my personality, and this is who I am. And I hid that for a while. I was afraid of being in front of a camera, showing my face. I enjoy sharing what I'm learning in my journey. Thank you so much for being here. Go out.
Thank you, because now I'm gonna tell them where to go, and when they go there, they'll be able to go right to the link in the description, get all of that other information and all of those resources. That's right. She has cheat sheets. She has she tells you where to put what size pots to use, when to transplant, how to do succession, everything. That's right. I'm gonna tell you guys one more time. Container gardening, secrets done right. Grow a ton of food in small spaces. The name of this channel is Playing PLAYNG in dirt. And of course, link will be in the description. And of course, we will be putting the link and the video in the Discord today. It'll go up as soon as I get off. You guys will be able to go back, rewind, and get as much information as you can. Teddy, hope you're having a good day. I see what you said. Yeah, okay. Okay, Teddy, I see somebody shouted you out over there. Just wanted to see what was going on with that. Make sure you're all right, brother. All right, y'all, let's let us sign off.
Out there, start your gardens. I want to see big, small gardens this year. Don't forget to check out my previous video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you all.
Let me go ahead and hit it. Subscribe. See, Boogotti did it, right? See how Boogotti did it right in front of y'all. We subscribe. We hit that like too. That's right. We show love to all channels like this. That's right, because she's sharing information with us, you guys. Sharing information, and that's how we get better, be able to teach each other to get better, sustainability, great foods, see all that stuff about the fertilizer. I didn't even know half of that stuff. I didn't know about the trellis until she talked about that. So I got a little bit more information than what I need to do. Now I'm gonna transplant my babies to a bigger pot so they can get all of the space that they can possibly need. Get me some LEDs in here, because sometimes you gotta substitute the light if they can't get the whole 6. That's right, you guys. Woo! That's right. What you say right there, Miss Kalesov, Miss Alabama / that's my long-term goal. Food secure. If you can control your own food, you make your own food, you're dangerous. They're gonna be scared of y'all. That's probably why they're trying to watch out what we're doing with farming now, trying to give us all sorts of laws and things like that. We need to know what you got in your backyard and your farms and all of that. We know what's going on. They're scared that we're gonna get stronger. And remember, the backyard stuff is even better than the containers, but the process is almost the same. You guys, that's how we do it over here. Our bottom line, the health and wellness section today. Hope you guys learned something from that, because we do many different chapters and many different segments of health and wellness. Tomorrow, we're going to have another one for you. Let's keep it moving, you guys. Y'all thought it was over? It ain't over. Y'all know how we do it. We got to keep it moving. I also want to ask you guys, if y'all appreciate the content that you're getting today and you like the health and wellness, especially all the previous videos today, all of the updates and everything, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there. Let's get those numbers up. We're working on 80,000 subscribers. And again, if you like the stories and you want to be a part of the show, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's free. You want to see more stories like that? I got the work of going to get them. All you got to do is chime in and subscribe to the channel so that you know we're on. Let's keep on going forward now, because there's a lot that you can do with $1,000. But to me, this is the best money ever spent. We got a horse over here that just wanted to start something, and a person that wanted to start something unbelievable. So with $1,000 and a horse, and this one person that wanted to make something unbelievable, let's see what happened here.
Snoopy, are you trying to be friends with him? Beth had seen a lot of horses. Strong ones. Yeah. Expensive ones. I could tell. But this $1,000 horse no one wanted stood completely still as a fragile kitten climbed toward him like it already knew something she didn't. And then it happened so quietly, she almost missed it. You're a goofy boy. Yeah. Yeah? The first time it happened, Beth almost missed it. She had just turned around for a second, going about her usual routine, when something small caught her eye. A tiny orange kitten stood there, its little body unsteady, like it was still learning how to trust its own legs. It took a few slow steps, then tried to climb into Sig's bucket.
Yes, as one of the kittens helping.
Sig didn't move. He just stood there, quiet and still, as if he understood that this
Thank you,
small,
Joe.
fragile thing needed a moment. And then, before Beth could fully take it in, more cats began to appear. One by one, they came out from the barn, from behind fences, from corners she hadn't even noticed. They gathered around Sig, brushing against him, climbing onto him, settling in like they belonged.
Sig, you are just like a cat playground.
It didn't stop there.
All
On
right,
most
Lily.
days, the cats followed Beth
Classic.
around the property. That had always been their habit. But now, something had shifted.
Sig is
More and more, they followed him too. They would jump up onto Sig's back, gently kneading with their paws, making those soft little biscuits. The sun would fall across his back, warm and steady, and the cats would stretch out completely at ease.
Only horse I know who falls asleep while I'm trying to get on bareback.
Sig stayed calm through it all. Beth started to notice he seemed to like the attention. Not all of her cats cared much for the other horses. In fact, most of them kept their distance. But with Sig, it was different. They were drawn to him in a way that was hard to explain.
Sig's getting PEMF therapy and
Just want you guys to
That
see.
tiny orange kitten, small, unsteady, choosing to climb into his space, and Sig simply standing there, choosing not to walk away.
It seems like the cat is the leader of the show, huh?
If this story stayed with you, consider liking, sharing, or subscribing, because kindness has a way of reaching every heart, no matter the species.
That's right, you guys. We love our animals over here. We don't play. You know we do. We can't wait. I might have a horse in my sanctuary. They might pull up and say, "Hey, Boogotti, want to know we need some help right now. You got any room for a horse?" I might say, "You know what? It's a sanctuary, and I don't turn anything down." That's right, you guys. That's what we're working towards over here, and that's why we always close the show with an animal, because we just love them. And you know what I'm gonna tell you guys? We love you too. We love you so much that if you want to promote your business, you're trying to get your name out there, you're trying to get your promo going on, you can do it on our platform. This is our bottom line. I told you that before. Our bottom line. That means that you, if you got a promo, job interview, what are you trying to do right now? You're trying to get your name out there, trying to promote, send us your promo over here. Send it over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. We'll put it up in the post notification area. You got a party, an event you're trying to get off. We have a lot of people here and we all are family. And we stick together over here, you guys. That's right. Each one teach one, and we support each other. So that's right. You got an event going on, trying to promote it, send over the promo, but it has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame in order for it to fit in the post notification area. I'm just getting lucky with these photos that you guys are sending me. They actually happen to fit. So boom, boom, boom. I was able to drop Sam in there. Guess what I plan on doing? I'm gonna go to the Discord and find a couple more images of different people. That's the part of the family, and surprise you guys and bang, bang, put some images out today. We got a big family here. We all love each other and support each other. I didn't know it was gonna get this big. The ladies in the Discord, you guys, just want to tell you, from the way that things are going and from the way that the show is, there's no stopping us. We have no idea where we're going to wind up at. I just hope and pray that we can keep continuing to come here every single day, working with each other to work on health and wellness and much, much more. And guess what? I got to get my promo out there too, because we still doing the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And boom, if you win, you get $250 in those boroughs. We're also letting somebody from online come on too. And you don't even have to be 21 if you're doing it virtual. That's right, you Show Your Talent search, not just about singing, dancing, and rap. It's a talent search. If you can dance, if you know how to cook, you might win with a bucket of chicken, depending on the way it tastes. Oh my God, she won. That's what I'm saying. It's talent. We do not limit talent around here. We just want to get the best of it. So guess what? You guys show your talent search. Come into the 5 boroughs. We back at it. Myself as the host. DJ Don Dot is going to be my DJ, and Big Drip Hard Punch is the sponsor. You guys see it right there, right? So what happens is this. We go to all 5 boroughs. Whoever wins, boom, 250, 250, 250. And after we get them all together, boom, they go for the grand prize of $1,000. And whoever wins, they get that on top of the 250. Want to be a part of the talent show? All you got to do is go over to the website. What's the website, you guys? Because Big Drip is sponsoring it, might as well go to the Big Drip website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That is www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page, got to be 21 and older. Drop your email in there. We're going to keep you updated with addresses and letting you know where we're going to be at. By the way, Kendra, package went out yesterday. 2-day delivery. You should be seeing that tomorrow. Yes, we don't play around when it comes down to people delivering or ordering things. I'm going to go into the back end office right now, see if you guys got any orders sitting there, make sure that they go out. Also, like I said, go to the Discord, probably another 10 minutes. There's going to be another link to the video that I just showed in the health and wellness section. This way, if you guys want to watch it anytime, don't even got to search for it. Go back to the Discord, and guess what? You can get it from there. Family, if you have not joined the Our Bottom Line Discord, I don't know what you're waiting for. And we're still on Rumble. Just got to get that thing set up. I'm going to do a laptop and be able to cast to Rumble as well as YouTube and much more. We're going back to Rumble. We're just getting our stuff together over there. We're not going to rely on one source anymore like we did last time. I can't lose you guys. I got to make sure I secure us and make sure that we're straight. So yes, we're going to be back on Rumble in another couple of days, and we're going to be going same time, like consecutive recording at the same time. This way we get no more situations in the past, and we all can that happened in the past, and we all can stay together no matter what. I got to get these prayers up because I want to make sure that my family is getting out there and being protected. I want to make sure that you guys are covered, and I want to make sure that we all secure. So everybody on the sound of my voice, when I see your name, that's right, we're going to shout you out. Make sure that you guys are covered today for what? Love. Happiness. I want to make sure that you guys are covered with security, for peace, and mainly things like this. We are human beings before party. We are human beings before a party. So therefore, I'm so happy that we have Democrats here. We have independents. We have independents. We have all sorts of different parties here of people. This way, we can be a collective and we can speak and show other people how, even though we're different parties, we realize that we're all human beings and we care for each other. That's the overall mission here. It's really, we really don't even think about parties. We're actually human here, and that when we care about everybody, that's what supersedes all of that. Also want to make sure that our family members are safe, and want to make sure that our animals are safe. So who am I praying for right now? I got to pray for Batty Lynn, and I want to make sure that Batty, you're getting those good results when he comes back. Also, Miss Swanza, thank you so much for the love. I love them dogs. I seen all 4 of them. Make sure we put that picture up. Jay Wood, Kalesif, how you doing? Want to pray for Rebecca Lanya and Bueno. Made a mistake. I mean you, Rebecca Lanya and Bueno. We hope that you're getting good results back from the doctors, and we know that you take a lot of tests. So we over here always pray for you, Rebecca Lanya and Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's my sister right there. Littlefoot's 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy, always staying on point and doing your thing. We're going to kick it. I just been busy. We're going to get that thing going that we talked about. Casey Ramos, Jay, Mira, Joe BX, Sam Champion. Thank you so much, brother, for holding it down. Don't worry about the kinks. It happens. We getting used to it. Let's roll. Batty Lynn, thank you for the sound checks and for being you and being here since day one. Casey, my brother, love you like cooked food. Miss Swanza, Summer, who was that? Summer Campbell? I see Ad Rains in the building. Ad Rains. Yeah, you've been around for a while. We really love you. Mira, Miss Alabama, Audrey Durham putting it down. Derek, there you go. We got Colessive in the building. Want to pray for Joe BX, my brother. Yes, Joe BX. Yes, especially you. VG5P. Remembered you. I remembered you. I remembered you. Sweet RV, Brittany, Ad Rains, Winter Rising, Audrey. And thank you for reminding me to do that, to do the Discord video. I'm gonna do it. You just reminded me. I forgot. Thank you so much for reminding me. Thank you so much. V, Who else we got up in here? Colessive. I got to go into a couple of my family members that I want to make sure is covered as well. We're going to pray for Jeffrey Spilker. We got to pray for Mark Dorfman. We got to pray for Luigi. Can't forget about Sam Champion. How about Coin Collective? Want to make sure that we got Terry in there. Want to make sure that we got Dot Focus. Can't forget about Timbergen. Can't forget about Coin Collective. What happened to Harley, y'all? Tell Harley we still here. He ain't got to spend a whole bunch of money to come hang out with us. He can still kick it. I like talking to him and the little doggies. Find Harley. Tell Harley we said what's up and we love him and we hope he's doing good. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Can't forget for the last ones who we got in here, Audrey Durham and Joe BX. With that being said, you guys, y'all know what tomorrow is. Doom, 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 doom. I just got paid. Just got paid. Friday night, boom, boom, parties jumping. Talking about leaving it on the field. Your boy's sweating over here, but it's all worth it. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad we back. Because guess what? When something is taken away from you, you realize how important it is. So guess what, you guys? I'll be back tomorrow, 6 o'clock in the morning. Trending topics, current events on the #1 show on YouTube, Our Bottom Line, your show and mine. Can't wait to see you guys. And guess what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me today, this Thursday on Our Bottom Line, I appreciate you. So, get 'em. Peace.